All right, we're back. What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome. The manhunt is still on for Joseph Couch, and there is active helicopter activity. And it's either his YouTuber garden. Actually, was just there feeding the plants and doing all kinds of stuff. So yeah, we got to talk about this. There's a couple of videos to show, and I got some permission from a channel to show some stuff, some videos, in-person videos of this place. And I thought maybe, I don't know if there's interest, maybe we could do some calls too. I actually do, I think I have notifications. I've been switching channels around. Actually, yeah, I do, I should. Couch still on the run. I thought that we could go over a timeline real quick while we give people a minute to join. This search area, though, by the way, is right by south. It's south of where the shooting took place. Helicopter, Kentucky State Police is out there active right now. This is where the shooting took place. Searching around this like water area. But let me just go through some of the timeline, and you guys let me know if you got notifications too. See if we got notifications. So the timeline. Blah 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 blah. So the morning on Saturday, Couch legally purchased an AR-15 and about 1,000 rounds of ammo. At 5:03 p.m. that day, he sends his ex-wife a text saying he's going to kill a lot of people. At 5:30 p.m., suspect opens fire on I-75 motorists. So not that much of a time delay. 7 people are reported hurt. 5 of them shot, and 2 in a car crash. Later, at least 12 vehicles were found to have been hit by gunfire. So at 6:36 p.m., a little over an hour later, on social media, Laurel County Sheriff's Office announces closure between exit 49 and US 425. So he probably had like about an hour, at least, maybe, something like that, maybe. I mean, I don't know how quick cops got there, but could have had maybe at least 30 minutes, 40 minutes, a head start, an hour. They had no idea where he was at, though. So 7:30 p.m., police begin to search the wooded area. So they didn't start searching the woods for like 2 hours later. So we had a lot of time. I covered the press conference Butterfly on the second channel on Iken Mel CC. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. I did it over there to save notifications. So make sure you're subbed to the second channel. I covered that. Thanks. Okay, continue with the timeline. So he would have had from 5:30 to 7:30, 2 hours to a head start before the cops even started looking in the wooded area. 7:40 p.m., Kentucky State Police tell Louisville Courier Journal that investigators have no clue where he is. So he had a lot of time, quite a bit of time. At 8:30, a small silver-colored USV registered to the suspect is recovered by police. So 3 hours later, right? 3 hours later, that's when they find his vehicle off exit 49. The vehicle contains a rifle case, and the car's registered to Couch's name and all that stuff. At 9:22, the I-75 was reopened. 3 a.m., police pause search. Sunday, 9 a.m., search resumes. 11 a.m., police say dense woods, rough terrain are impeding search. 1:30 p.m. on Sunday, police recover the AR-15 and in the vicinity of the SUV. Monday, police resume search. So that's kind of like the gist of the timeline with Couch. Okay, a couple of other things I wanted to, so let me put this on a small screen here. Chopper search. Boom, 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 boom. Put it here, a little small area. Keep an eye on the chopper. Right now he's over, where is this? Lakeshore Drive. South of, southwest of the shooting spot. Okay. I wanted to take a look at this guy. I got an email from an anonymous, and he told me this guy went out there and gave some perspective. I put his channel in the description. Douglas Phelps And then we're going to take a look at another channel as well.
There've been a lot of road closures and talk about the territory in which the incident occurred and the area where the perpetrator could have escaped to. So today we're taking a drive, and I'm going to show you the relative location of where we are driving compared to the vastness of that area and the relative closeness of where the shooting actually took place. And the road that we are traveling on would be one of many, many possible ways for someone to escape on. I apologize for the this type of presentation here, but I couldn't find a better way to do it. This is a Google map, Google Earth image, and here's Highway West 80, and the white line here is Old 80 or 1956. The drive today is going to be along this blue line on a road called Fall City Road, and we're going to drive to about as far as the...
So this is literally the path that I was talking about the other day, because Anonymous reached out to me. We're going to hike the path too. I mean, I think he drives... does he drive this shit? Or what? Yeah, it looks like he's driving it. We're going to take a look. But this Fall City Road... Let me see, that's Springs. Where's this Fall City at? I know it's right by... Aha, I got it. So Fall City Road. So let me just kind of get you guys situated. This is the shooting area, the truck stop, and that's London to the right. And so there's these trails that we've talked about. And this guy is going to go along. This thing leads all the way up here. This is one of the possibilities. He said there's many possibilities. On foot, on Street View, we went up to this way, and it's blocked. I couldn't go any further, even though it actually does continue. But then the other day, I talked about this path that like leads down here, all the way down here, down here, down here. And here's Fall City Road, which is what this person's talking about. And Fall City Road, it gets splits, but it can come over here. This is the old, well, this is an abandoned or closed down off-roading area. But then here's Fall City. And there's also 1956 and 80. This roads, I believe, lead to Somerset. What's that place called? Somerset. It crosses all the way over. I mean, it depends if he was able to get away besides just on foot. If he was able to get a bike, motorcycle, car. On foot, then he would be, it'd take a really long time. He might have not got that far, but...
As the orange icon here, because there's a cemetery right there called the Ball Cemetery.
Oh,
if you from there on, this road gets really, really rough. And so you can pass from 1956 out Fall City Road and get all the way to the Ball Cemetery relatively easy. But from the Ball Cemetery on toward exit 49, the road through here gets rough. In fact, it only shows it in part of the way. Let me drop this down a little ways and show you. Up here at the top of the screen is exit 49. There. This is highway, we just turned off of highway 1956 or Old West 80, and this is Fall City Road.
Fall City Road.
The old road that used to take...
The scanner, I'm going to turn it on in a bit. Yeah, I want to get through some videos. You guys want to hear the scanner? You guys don't want videos and entertainment and visuals? You just want to listen to the scanner? We can do that. Or if you want it playing in the background, we won't be able to hear this guy talking. Maybe people just want to listen to the scanner. Let me see. Broadcastify. I've listened to the scanner on and off throughout the day. I mean, honestly, to me, there's not anything really interesting going on. There's 865 people. Once in a while, out of several hours, you hear something of like, oh, something happened and whatever, but then it's like nothing. What I can do too is there's a way for me to get the clips that people have saved on the scanner app. We can listen to some of the clips. But let me see what's going on. Let's check out the scanner for a second. I tune in sometimes to the scanner, but like I'm telling you, majority of the day, hours and hours and hours and hours, it's like nothing. I don't know. Huh? No, I'm not gonna. But if I do a poll, it's always 50-50, and then I'm fucked anyway. Oh, can you just look at the T for me? Just make sure it's okay. We can do both because honestly, the scanner's quiet right now. Let's just play both. Do it both. Let's do both at the same time. Why not? Let's do it.
Take you back to Daniel Boone Motocross, where they used to have competition races.
That's the motocross I was just talking about.
Fall City Road. County paved this road years ago because Jerry Hebel owned this place, and he turned it into a competition place, and they had big crowds out here every week.
Scanner's on, by the way, guys, for those that want it.
Same turnover to level 1, will be 98. 1923.
Weekend throughout the months of summer, the county put a really good road in here all the way back to the
Y'all wanted this.
ahead there is the old
EMS Station 1, Jacobson 8, 5520, Highway 830, Ultra Middle.
used to have mighty big crowds out here.
I've got one closer to you on 229, same
And when
thing.
you swing past this area right here, keep on rolling, you're still on Fall City Road. It's also Forestry Road 4094.
I'll take care of that one.
Let me show it on the map. I'll let the scanner go for a bit.
520, Highway 830.
1925.
In the
He's
Jeep
on
in the
this road,
driveway, 70-year-old male, ultra mental, colored by who's talking out of his head, very straight for the rental.
Whoop, 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 whoop. All right, let's do this video, and then we'll see. We can check the scanner after. I have a way to pull up the clips. Let me do that too.
Blacktop for a short period longer, and then it will turn to gravel as you drop down to Hawk Creek.
Hawk Creek.
Here's
Hawk
the
Creek,
gravel beginning right here. If you follow this road, it eventually joins a section of the Sheltowie Trace, and we're going to follow it down to Hawk Creek and then decide whether we're going to go on out to the Ball Cemetery. But I'll tell you right now, if you follow this thing and keep on following, probably in about 3 miles from where we are right now, you will show up at exit 49. It goes right to Cromer Ridge and pops out at exit 49. Always been one of the prettier drives
That's beautiful.
in the county, in my opinion. Drops down to.
Oh yeah, look at that.
You got to drive careful through here because there's pretty good drop-offs.
Yeah, Floridians couldn't live over there because the people in Florida, nobody knows how to drive. The other day I was driving with my daughter and somebody drove their car almost into a canal. It was like on the edge, hanging down the. I don't know how the road is far from the canal. It's not like it's right next to it. This dude was crossed the road into a ditch, almost into the canal.
Now, when you get down here to the foot of the hill, I'll show you something that's a little bit historic. This is the county did this bridge down here over Hawk Creek. We're going to stop and get out right here for just a second. It's a little concrete, silly looking little bridge. Show you something here.
Oh, concrete.
Right there in the woods, you see the old flat running right through there. That's the old road coming up through here. And you see it suddenly drops off, and you see a bridge abutment right there. Yeah. See that concrete? Yeah. And look at the bridge still standing. Mm-hmm. And the other one's laying in the water. That's the old bridge.
Oh,
this is
I thought this was so informative. I haven't even watched this. I was recommended this video. This guy's name is Douglas Phelps. I gave him a subscription, and I put the link to his channel on in the description of my video, my live. If you want to check out his video or
new modern flat bridge. Look at that. The old bridge abutment, concrete bridge abutment. You can see the gray right there. Yep. And the road came right there. Yep. Over top of the abutment. And that one's, after years and years and years, fell into the water. And then the road continued on right there. Fall City Road, and that's the direction toward the Ball Cemetery and to Kentucky 909, exit 49. The road is...
So he's literally taking you from this path. By the way, the chopper right now is right by the shooting area. This is the path it's been doing just now. It was out there earlier today. It stopped for a couple hours. I honestly haven't seen choppers around the clock. They said that there's all these resources and all these people that came in. Maybe it's all drones. I've been watching the choppers throughout the day today. There's only the KSB chopper sometimes flies out, but they're not really doing all this crazy stuff. There's not like I haven't seen multiple choppers in the air, like all this searching and stuff. I'm not saying they're not searching. I'm just saying the chopper wise, I haven't really seen crazy activity. They go for a couple hours and come back. Now, this is the shooting area, and this guy's just, like, again, like I was saying, we've talked about these paths, the chatal, whatever they call it. This is one of the paths that comes right here. This guy is literally, this path goes down here, down here, down here, down here. Fall City Road, that's what he's talking about. And Ball Cemetery. And this cuts off to something else with Cemetery, but this is just one of the possibilities if he could have exited. He mentioned Hawk Creek. This is the closed off-road area. He could have managed his way down here, but on foot, somebody else told me, another local told me, if he was to walk on foot from the shooting to like down here to this highway area to 1956, or if you cross further, the 80, well, this is just a road, but this road crosses all the way over to the next town, and so does this 80. Somebody told me it would take hours or days. I don't know if he would have really had that much time to walk all the way down, but I guess maybe that's why they're focusing so much on the same area. But some people think he's not in the same area. You know, they're searching a little bit south. I've seen them search a little bit north. Now they're literally like almost over the highway. He might be, if he's dead, I think that'd probably make the search harder. That's a question I was wondering. If he's deceased, does that make the search harder? Probably, I guess, right? If his body's not emitting any heat.
It's in super shape, and we're driving a car, so no problem at all getting back here to the Ball Cemetery. A lot of history out in this territory. Some people remember at Levi Jackson, there's an old church down there where the museum is. One of the buildings out there is an old church, and it's called the Ball Methodist Church, and this is where it came from. Back in the 1930s, 1940s, when they donated it, the church shut down and they gave it to Levi Jackson Park, and it's now sitting out there as part of the museum, the Ball Methodist Church, as we're headed toward the Ball Cemetery. Again, to reiterate this point, this is the way, this is the way we're going to, this is a fork in the road, and that is the way right there that you continue on to the 909, and from here on, you better have a right kind of material to get there, because this car won't do it. We're going to turn right here and go up here to the Ball Cemetery.
Okay, so that's where he's at, by the Ball Cemetery.
We are 2.5 miles from the 909 right here. 2.5 miles. Okay, here at the Ball Cemetery, that is due east. That's due east. That direction is northeast. And if we could just take off trampling through them woods right there, that is the way the crow flies. We are 2.5 miles from the 909 and the exit 49. 2.5 miles.
So Ball Cemetery. I'm giving some commentary because I wasn't able to reach out to him. I didn't find an email for him. The other videos I'm going to show you from the other channel I got permission from, but this guy wanted to pause and give some commentary. But he's literally at this Ball Cemetery right here. That's what he's talking about, Ball Cemetery. I thought this was further, but he's saying from Ball Cemetery to the truck stop is 2 miles. 2 miles is not a lot. Let me see. Let me see. Ball Cemetery. How many miles is that? If you and that's if you cut through those. What he's saying. No. Oh no. Okay, let me try walking. Let's say walking. Maybe he's right. It won't keep me in the direction, even walking, cutting straight through. It just tells me if you were to walk all the way around. No, who the hell's going to walk all the way around? But he's saying I guess you were to cut through, I guess. It's a 2 mile distance. Okay.
Miles straight that direction. Folks, if you're looking for a man down this wilderness of 9,000-10,000 acres, he's got lots of ways out of here. And chances are he's not going to follow the roads. So I know they've talked about closing off roads and so on and so forth. You can't close them all off. There's too many of them. Forestry roads and old county roads, they're all through this country. This just happens to be the one Fall City Road that leads you to the Ball Cemetery and all the way back to Cromer Ridge. And it's still a through road today. You just have to have a side-by-side, a Samurai, a Jeep, or something to get there, because it gets rough. Okay, there's the way we came in, and right here at the fork of the road, as we veered up here to the Ball Cemetery right there. Right up there in that clearing. That's the road that goes to the 909 right there.
And he went out recently, this guy.
Now, we've been out here 2 days in a
He posted this a day ago.
row. We've not seen anybody with any kind of perimeter established. I mean, my point is, the guy could have walked all the way out of here. I mean, this is still good.
Yeah.
But it don't take long before this road gets really bad.
This is interstate right here.
Yeah, it's interstate compared to what it gets. I mean, you can see it starts to get rut outs up there where the water ruts it out. That would be a pretty good knee banger right there.
Does the road get better than this?
This?
Yeah.
Heck, only when you get way over through there. There's no way you can cover all this territory, Jimmy.
Yeah.
No way you can cover all this territory. But the point is, I mean, we're just in one specific spot on the western edge, and there are hundreds of ways to get out of here.
Yeah. This right here just so happened to be a paved interstate for them to leave. Good one. This would be an easy walk.
This road right here, up ahead, maybe about a half a mile, will join what's known as the Tate Trace hiking trail, which you can hike all the way to Laurel Lake and all the way to Cumberland Falls in Tennessee.
Yep.
So this road, Fall City Road, ends up becoming part of Tate Trace.
I'm so glad he explained that, because I was trying to understand. I was a little confused somewhat. I was following this Fall City Road, but yeah, it turned into that Tate Trace. This one, yeah, right here, Fall City Road, and right here it ends up becoming that trail. That's what happens, yeah. But there's like a ton of trails. I'm gonna show you something else too in a second. Let me keep playing this.
So we're out here, folks, in the wilderness in western Laurel County, off of Highway 1956 in the Hawk Creek area, Ball Cemetery area, Fall City Road. Check it out sometime. It's really pretty down in here. This is actually Hawk Creek coming through here, and it's beautiful. You can see the sun shimmering through the trees this time of day in the evening. Quiet. But the point about this area down in here is there are lots of places you could shelter. The problem is having your necessities met, Jim. If he had pre-planned and had a location where he had food and water, he could be out here a long time, couldn't he?
Wow.
But I'm thinking if the guy planned his assault, planned the purchase of his gun, he might have pre-planned places to hang out. He might have pre-planned and had food supplies and that sort of thing.
He just said here in quotations, I doubt the shooter did much planning.
But this is beautiful country, man.
Yeah, he's got a lot of area to hide here. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You can hide in this country for months and months.
Damn.
Yep.
Without being detected. If you know what you're doing.
Well, I've always said that western Laurel County, in the thickness of the forest out in here, is the closest thing you're ever going to see to to Kentucky as it was. The only thing that's not the same as it was back in the 1700s, 1600s, 1500s is that this has all been logged, so there is no virgin timber in most of these places. There's one spot out off of Pine Creek where there's some old growth, but almost at one time or another all this has been logged. So it's a young forest as far as growth is concerned. There's a lot of places to hide, bro.
Oh my God.
A lot of places to hide.
Yeah, and this
you can hide the whole Navy in there.
Yep. It's sort of funny to me. Every once in a while you see places like that right there, going up through there, and you wonder, is that an old logging road?
Yeah.
Or is that the old road bed before this road bed was made? Because that's clearly an old road bed going right up through there.
Through here. Yep.
Right up through there.
Daniel Boone didn't come through here, he should have.
Boone didn't make it this way because it was too rough terrain.
Yep.
But it would have looked very similar, except the trees would have been bigger. Well, the purpose of this video, of course, was to show you one specific area, one possible access road that could have been used to
That's
get
just
out
one
of the area.
Wow.
Nobody knows what's become of this guy, whether he got out or whether he's laying up there on the forest floor somewhere. And we may never know. Hopefully we'll get answers somewhere down the line. But we wanted to do a video just to show you one specific area out of that vast wilderness that is a way in and a way out. Hope you learn a little bit of history of the area and get out and explore sometime. Laurel County has a lot of beautiful places to see.
That was a nice video. So that guy is Douglas Phelps. I put the link to his video. He just posted this a day ago, and my friend Anonymous sent it to me, and he was like, he literally went down the road I just told you about that leads to the Chateau path. Okay, a couple of things. I have more video that I want to show you guys. I was thinking if we could do some calls too. I mean, I haven't done that in a while. If people are interested in calling in a little bit, we can do some calls if people want to give their thoughts or opinions or whatever on this story. And the reward money, I think, is up to $35,000. Oh, by the way, let me just show you this real quick. Did you guys see this? The cousin spoke. Couch's cousin. I don't know if you knew about this. This came out last night.
Authorities are still combing through a large area to try to find Couch.
WKYT Samantha Valentino is live for us in Laurel County, where she joins us now. And Samantha, you talked to one of Couch's relatives today about the ongoing search and about what she felt when she heard about that shooting. Samantha, what can you tell us?
That's exactly right. As you all mentioned, we are now nearing the end of day 6 of this manhunt for mass shooting suspect Joseph Couch. We know we heard from Kentucky Police and Governor Andy Beshear this morning. They said this search is in fact ongoing, and there are no plans of stopping until Couch is found. And tonight, for the first time, we're also hearing from a member of Couch's own family. Tonight, we're talking to his cousin, Adriana Couch. What goes through your mind when you see that name, Joseph Couch, opened fire on I-75?
Honestly, my heart sunk. It was embarrassing.
Adriana Couch says she first learned of Saturday's mass shooting when she was flooded with messages from friends and family.
He's like, turn on the news, it's everywhere. And I turned it on, and it was like a manhunt looking for him.
Adriana says her heart immediately broke for the victims, their families, and anyone else affected by her cousin's alleged actions. Police say he opened fire along I-75 in Laurel County, injuring 5 people. Since then, Adriana says her family's lives have been flipped upside down.
We've had multiple police come to grandma's house, mom's house.
Yeah,
they've been everywhere looking for this man.
Adriana says she's received death threats from strangers online. She says she wants people to understand her family does not condone what her cousin is accused of doing.
There's nothing in this world that he could do that could have led up to it to excuse the behavior that what he did. There's nothing.
If her cousin is watching, Adriana says she has a message for him.
I would ask you to please turn yourself in because you are very wrong for the actions that you've caused. And it's been a very embarrassment to the family that you've acted like this. And my heart goes out to everybody involved in this. And it honestly, it hurts.
And we're hearing that same message from law enforcement. They, too, would like to see Joseph Couch give up and turn himself in. However, they, of course, will not stop searching until he is found. And police.
All right, so that was the cousin. Let's check out some of Tate's videos, and then we'll see if you guys want to do some calls or want to listen to the scanner. But like I said, just a heads up, throughout the day, I've kind of turned it on, turned it off, turned it on, turned it off. And there's not much going on. I'm telling you, there's 800. Usually when something upticks, something happens, like 1,000, 2,000 people, 3,000 people, but like it's been really quiet a lot of the time. So Tate, this guy, I put his channel in the description as well. And by the way, he has a big channel too. He has a page with, oh, I was trying to find it. Fishing with Tate has like 700,000, his first page, but on his second page, he posted these videos. A couple of people have sent this to me. I thought we could kind of check it out and skim it. I was in an active shooter situation. I investigated the I-75. I went where the shooter is hiding. So let's just check out some of the content.
To the end to check our jug.
Is that correct?
He's exactly where you are.
We actually heard gunshots.
Oh, wow. So he was out there already fishing.
I've got a hoodie
fishing
on.
with Tate.
I am stoked about it. We're going down right now. We're going to check on the animals. I do have concerns about the absence of some animals. We're going to investigate just a little bit. Well, right now, it doesn't look like we got anything. Where's everybody at? Okay, there's the turkeys. You guys didn't know we recently got turkeys. I'm thinking about naming these guys Christmas and Thanksgiving. I don't know. And I hate to start this channel out on a bad note, but we are missing some animals.
Uh-oh. Springfield, Ohio.
All right, chickens. All right, chickens. Come on. Come on, where you at?
And by the way, the chopper had like, I don't know where he's still moving. He's moving somewhere else, leaving. And this is kind of the pattern that I've noticed. Like they go for a little bit and they'll search an area and then they just kind of leave. I mean, he really wasn't there that long. He was out there a little bit longer earlier today. He was searching southwest of the shooting spot, a little southwest, and then a little bit here, and then he just dipped out. And from what I've been looking at, like their flight scheduling, they're not out there that long. Well, I guess because of the refueling stuff. Usually about an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 48 minutes, 2 hours. I don't know. This flight logs are weird, I guess. Flight time, but usually not out that long.
Okay. What you doing, girl? What you doing, huh? You a good girl? We have not seen. I'm gonna stay around here with you. There's also the possibility of them going to our neighbor's pond.
Oh, let's get this.
Not a physical.
It's not there.
It's mush.
Basically, yeah.
Just mush.
It's nothing.
They've been in there too long. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I mess you up?
Oh, they have the that looks like the underwater radar.
Oh, you got him? No. Nah, you missed him.
Or I don't know what that is. Sonogram?
Everywhere, big tree. We just found this tree, so he says I messed him up right there.
Not sonogram. What do they call that thing?
All right, whatever. Fishing's not been good. He just caught that fish, and right there it is. Pretty pitiful. That's all we've caught. The lake is low-key popping today out here. This isn't like a huge party lake. If we can catch enough, Zach wants to fry them up. I don't think we're going to catch enough. Just don't seem like it's going to happen. I don't know about you guys, but these right here are some of the smallest minnows I've ever seen. I have never, ever in my life got minnows this small anywhere around us.
There we go. There we go. That's crazy that they caught that on camera. Those shots going off.
Gunfire, brother. We actually heard gunshots. Did we not, Zach? We literally just heard gunshots. We're literally going to be driving right by where the active shooter is. Like, actually. We've heard gunshots, and we're going to just try to be as fast as possible. And I am not even trying to build this up. It's actually true. Just for reference, right here's the map of where we are right now. The gunshots literally could have been from an active shooter. No cap, not even kidding. It's really dangerous that we're even out here right now. So we actually had set out jugs the day prior. And just like every time we go out to the lake, we wait till the end to check our jugs because it gives us the most time to catch a fish. Because we make catfish jugging videos. And literally half of our jugs were less than a mile from where this occurrence happened. We knew it probably wasn't the safest thing to do, but we wanted to get any catches we could. It's also against the law not to check your jugs within 24 hours.
Wow, that's crazy.
Right over there. There's nobody on the interstate right now. Huh? You ready to go?
I hope they carry.
We got to check jugs, and we're getting out of here immediately. Literally right there, I-75. I'm getting out of here. I've never been in this situation before, but by golly, there is not a soul up there. You know it? Not a flipping soul, and I don't blame them, Daddy. The guy's supposedly in the woods right
vaping.
now. And
I had no idea.
There's woods everywhere. So I'm not just trying to build this up. It's pretty sketchy. Pretty sketchy. Right there it goes.
No way. And Cap Cop. I was about to stream your stream last night, but I decided not to. I watched a little bit of it. It was deceased.
One of the sketchiest situations I've ever been in on the water. I feel like we're safe right here, right? No, that's 75 right there also.
Man, if I was his friend in that shit and I knew there was a shooter, I'd probably be laying flat in that boat. I ain't gonna lie. A psychopath out there probably watching him.
75 right there too, so he
might have seen him.
Gets to be in those woods as well. We heard gunshots. Hopefully I got that on GoPro. It's crazy this is happening. My wife just texted me and said I probably should stay on the water. Actually, Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, just know that I'm committed. I'm flipping committed to you. I just took on an active shooter to make sure I check my jugs every 24 hours. And by golly, we didn't even have nothing on. That's the worst part. 7 people dead.
9 injured, 7 deceased.
7 dead, 9 injured. That's absolutely insane. The wild thing is you hear about like these shootings far off, right? Like, and that's pretty crazy. And then it literally happens a mile from you. Probably within a mile. Literally, we heard the gunshots. Did we not?
Yeah.
We heard gunshots. You do hear gunshots out here all the time. Exit 41, that's London. Why?
Between 49 and 41 is where he's at.
So he's literally coming this way.
He's at Wildcat is where he's at.
Is he?
That's what it says.
Brother, that's it.
Check your jugs.
That's it right there. Dang, brother. Actually, pretty freaking close. That is wild. You don't even know what's going to happen these days, man.
John said that the water plant is near where you are.
Yeah.
And the scanner people said that that's where he is.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally where we were at just a minute ago.
Well, the police scanner says that that's where he is. I just was listening to it. It says he's exactly where you are. And John's like, you know, that's where Tate is. And I'm like, yeah, I know that.
All right,
so
I'm coming home.
Are you sure you should come off the water?
No, I'm coming. It's cold out here.
Oh, that's the wife. That's the wife calling. Yeah, it's time to get your ass back. She want to make sure he gets safe.
What's going on with it now?
I can't get anything real recent on it. Now we hear there's more than one shooter and there's like 14 people shot out.
There's more than one?
So that's what we heard. Hearsay.
No, shoot.
Yeah, I can't find any verification on that.
Dang. Yeah, we was right out there at the dam. And I was like,
yeah, I know. That's not a good place to be.
That's not a good place to be, you know? He said that he has heard there's 2 active shooters now. 14 dead. Traffic right now is absolutely crazy. So many people are heading away from London right now, which is where the active shooter is kind of supposedly at right now. And I'm having to go toward it because, well,
my mother probably would have been calling me too, telling me to get my ass home.
That's where I live. Your boy
Mad Bing?
Always strapped. Okay? Always strapped.
Yeah. You gotta be strapped. And I hear in those parts, people are strapped all the time. You gotta be. Everybody got a gun out there.
Those Second Amendment, it's for times like these. It was probably way too close than what I should have been. I think it would have probably been acceptable just to leave the jugs. We didn't, okay? I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of curious.
I would have left the jugs. I know he said it's illegal. I would have left that shit. Fuck. What is jugs anyway, though? Is that like traps, fishing stuff, right? Let me see. Fishing jug. I'm assuming it's fishing. It's like a trap or something. Fishing jugs. Well, I'm sure somebody in the chat will tell me. Fishing jug. What is that? Oh, it's a literal jug. Free floating catfish jugs. Is that for catfish?
Curious.
Traps? Okay.
Shouldn't have probably went.
I would have left that shit.
Technically, I mean, we were supposed to go check the jugs, and we did. There, right there is the current situation. Cops everywhere. Cops everywhere up here right now at the intersection. Come on, guys. I'm blocking the intersection here. Please go up. Black car, please go. You got like so much more room. I'm currently blocking an intersection. These guys are gonna be upset. You can see, there's the cops. Up there's cops. My windshield's really dirty. There's ambulances going everywhere. One just went by me flying. I don't know if that was maybe a victim or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It appears I am stuck now in traffic and probably will be here for a while.
Random Thought says nowadays not a jug but a piece of styrofoam with a hook. Used to be milk jugs empty with a hook.
Fortunately, I'm right in the middle of the intersection. Bonehead decides to come this way. I got him blocked. All right, I blocked him with a freaking boat. So I'm probably KO'd.
Right off the power line set through, is that correct? Up on the north-southeast side.
All right, guys, this is the next day. The suspect is still at large. There's a ton of rumors going around. There's no confirmed deaths yet, but apparently this guy was just right on the internet.
And look at all that land, too.
State trying to gun people down. He bought an AR yesterday and 2,000 rounds. That seems to be pretty widely accepted from what I'm seeing, and he's still at large right now.
Yeah. They changed it to 1,000, but they were saying 2,000. This video is from 5 days ago. Let me see. I skimmed these, but I don't know. I investigated the I-75 shooting. I went to the shooters, where the shooter's hiding. Interesting. Let's see what here.
Breaking news. We are following report.
I knew him, just like in passing.
I knew him. Oh, you know the lady got back to me the other day? The one that said she grew up with them or something like that, but I don't think she wants to talk, though. I don't think she wants to go public.
Know that he was an addict before.
Pretty sure he was up on one of these rock cliffs.
Tate, I just checked my phone a minute ago. They upped their award to $35,000.
When is it going to be okay for us to start hunting the dude? Oh, there's a helicopter right there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy is still loose, okay? And the whole community is absolutely shook by it right now. We're going to talk to some people later in this video to see how they feel. I can tell you how I feel, but how does everybody else feel? We're going to go visit the crime scene, at least as close as we can get to it without getting in the officer's way. And we're going to ask people how they feel about it. And these are just random people that we find out in the park or wherever, Waffle House, wherever we go. I'll just say this. I feel like the community is pretty shook right now. And since the last video got some traction and some people are interested in it, I'm going to take you guys down the same road, the same path that the victims traveled, and show you exactly where I believe, according to all the information available, the shooter was when he attacked. And as for my chickens and ducks, there's still no sign of them. This right here is pretty much all we have. And Frank. I don't know where Frank is, but he's around here somewhere. My kid hasn't had school all week. It is currently Wednesday.
Yeah, I think school's still closed over there, and I had heard that I think they're going to do some online stuff, like online schooling in some places. I don't think it's still open, but I just wonder how long can they keep those schools closed?
And they do not have school tomorrow, according to the message I just got on the phone. My wife is also in college. She's a nursing student, and she has also not had class. I'm telling you, the community is absolutely in shambles over this thing. My daughter's asking me every day, have they found this guy yet? I'm having to rock her to sleep. It's a tough time right now. And there's a lot of criticism right now of authorities. None that I have, because I don't have enough information about everything to tell you one way or the other. As far as I know, they're doing a great job. Everybody's got different thoughts. And today, we are going to go out and we're going to investigate, Zach. Ain't that right? We're going to investigate just a little bit. That is usually not the type of content that I do here, but this is a new channel, and it's a vlog channel, and that's what's going on. It's a huge deal right now in my community, huge deal in my life, and that's what we're doing videos about. Currently, we're getting ready for a fishing tournament tonight. We're getting the boat fixed up. Zach, we're going to try to win some money. Ain't that right? Think we can pull it off. Speaking of money, there's like a $25,000 reward or something like that for this guy. Or not a reward. For those of you that may have not seen the last video, when this thing happened, here's a map of what it looked like, how close we were to the shooter. And we actually heard gunshots, which I'm not sure really were from the shooter. I couldn't tell you either way, but we were extremely close. You happy to be alive, ain't you, sir?
Happy to be living.
I think it's a good possibility that he may be gone, but I mean, they have pretty much went hardcore trying to find this guy because they can't prove otherwise. Everybody is seeing sightings of him. Everybody's reporting stuff. Everybody is just on edge, including myself. I mean, I'm usually on edge anyway, but this has just got me just a little extra. We went to Walmart the other day. Everybody was just kind of just off. You know what I mean? Everybody just, you just feel it in the air. Let's go see how close we can get without getting in somebody's way. Hey, you're over here on the vlog channel, brother. This is
this ain't the main channel.
This ain't the main channel. Heck no, this is fun though. All right, y'all, for the moment we've all been waiting for, we are just north of 49 and we're getting ready to head south. And we're gonna see if we can get off there and actually get some gas. We actually do need gas, so that'll be a perfect
49.
Let's try and be quick.
Exactly, we're gonna try to be quick. I don't even know if we can go up there. Good possibility, we may not be able to. The gas station's probably shut down as well. Think of that. Give you guys a POV of what the victims may have seen moments before they were shot. And as of right now, I don't believe anyone has passed away. I think everybody's looking pretty good. I don't think there's gonna be any fatalities.
Tate, I just checked my phone a minute ago. They've upped their award to $35,000.
$35,000 reward for this guy.
35,000 doubloons.
That's right, brother. When is it gonna be okay for us to start hunting the dude for 35 grand, brother? I mean, this is exactly.
That's so true, man. Maybe that's what they need to do. Let the reward, you know, let the community go in there. I mean, actually, that could be messy though, because I don't know if there'd be friendly fire. It could be messy, but that'd be interesting too. Some purge shit. Offer the reward to the citizens. Let the citizens get in there. And, you know.
That the people were driving right before they encountered the. I think he's on the right side. Is where he's going to be. Okay, and you can see right up here. We're coming up to the exit right here. 2 miles or 1 mile. 1 mile. All right, so I'm thinking right up here on this ridge is where he was at. Oh, there's a helicopter right there. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Helicopter right there, right now. There. Just looking around.
Actively searching.
So this guy, pretty sure he was up on one of these rock cliffs.
Can we get off the edge?
Shooting down. Yeah, see if you can get off.
Oh, that's it right there.
If you can't, don't worry about it.
Look at that. They got
There's cops right there.
But I thought it was like closer though.
No, hold on. Try to get off if you can. If they'll let you. Go ahead.
I think it was like right here.
Get on over. Get on over.
Oh, actually.
Okay. Yeah, it says the road is closed.
I think it was these cliffs here. That's what it was.
You cannot go up in there. Yeah, the cops are there. So right in here, those woods that way. There's cops right there, everywhere.
Yep. There's a cell tower right back there on the other side of the road. Yeah. I want to say the other night, whenever it happened, they pinged his phone like 2,500 meters from that tower.
Yeah.
So like he was like right here.
Yeah. So we have just went by the place of the shooting. We just come over this little hill. And again, I want to say they were looking in these woods right here to our right. And right there, if you guys could see that fence, I got it in 0.5 right now. Right there, if you guys can see this fence, that is the dam. That is the dam where we were. I want to say it's probably less than a mile. Right there, that's the dam. They were looking in all these woods back here, and we were in a cove way over there. Didn't have a clue what was going on. We heard gunshots. I don't know that I believe that it was the gunshots. It's possible because nobody knows where this guy is. So maybe it was his gunshots. Maybe we were closer to him than we thought. Even after the fact, you know? What I think we may do is go interview some people who are close to the shooting. We obviously wanted to interview the people back there at the 49 truck stop, which is pretty much where everything happened. It wasn't at the gas station, but it was really, really close. And I assume that place is just now shut down. So we might go interview some people and see how it affected their business, see what their experiences were. Do you know anyone?
Yeah, I'm curious. Again, I reached out to my girlfriend reached out to him, emailed him. Gave us permission. Really nice guy. So I'll put the link to his channel. This is his second channel, but he has like a main channel, Fishing with Tate. He has like a main channel with like 700,000 subs.
Anyone that was like close to the area that you kind of thought, oh, I need to call them, worried about them?
Yeah, I had actually just gotten home and heard about it, and I had hung up with the person that told me about it and immediately called my brother.
Do you feel like, so we went to Walmart the other day, and it's like we documented that we felt kind of like everybody was just a little bit on edge. It's like everybody, there wasn't as many people out, and it was just kind of, you know, it felt weird. Have you felt that?
I have, like, even like being at the park today, there's not a lot of people here, especially for like a weekday. I figured more people would have had their kids out, but with everything going on, like, more people definitely seem like they're on edge.
When did you first hear about the shooting?
I was at work, Texas Roadhouse.
So pretty close to the interstate.
Yeah.
What was like?
Oh, I thought it was a kid.
The feeling in there was like people freaking out, or?
It was more confusion, a lot of rumors, like it blowed up really big, really fast.
Yeah.
We was all a little worried, but we just had to keep working.
I know like Walmart and stuff like end up shutting down. Didn't happen there?
No, we didn't shut down. They said if, the police would tell us if we needed to shut down.
Yeah.
The other places that shut down, they just did it, they chose to shut down.
Yeah. So the rolls kept going.
The rolls kept going, yeah.
How do you feel like the situation has been handled by law enforcement?
Listen, the area that he's in, if you've never been out there, it is huge. He could be anywhere. I think they're working as hard as they can work, and unless you want to pick up a badge and do it yourself, I don't feel like you should be judging them.
Ooh, there we go. It is a lot. It does seem like a lot. I still sometimes wonder if they have enough resources though. But
We agree with that. $35,000 reward. Does that make you want to go out there and start looking?
Listen, I wish you'd just come get a roll and I'd turn them in.
There you go. Texas Roadhouse, keep the rolls coming. Do you feel like the community is kind of like everybody's just a little scared?
The community is scared. I mean, I'm in a park today with my kids and there's like 3 other parents here.
Yeah.
So the community itself is scared. They're shutting down school, which I do think they should shut down school. I ain't gonna live in fear. Got the good Lord above looking over me. Pray for the community, pray for the man, pray for his family.
Do you feel like there is a sense of fear in the community? Like when you walk in the stores, people like looking over their shoulder? Do you think most people handled it pretty well?
No, I think it's, a lot of mixed emotions. Like a lot of people's, flipping out pretty bad, which is understandable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do you think he's still out there probably, or you think he's went outside the area they're searching? Do you have an opinion?
he's went outside the area, yeah.
Think so?
Yeah, I believe so.
Where was you when you heard about the shooting?
I was at home.
Do you feel like there's been like an eeriness almost, or do you feel like everything's kind of normal, but some people, how do you feel the emotions are?
I think it's really like eerie, and everyone's wanting to stay home. People are just scared.
Now I want to be clear, like this is all speculation. You don't have any special connection to anybody here, and I don't either, I assume.
No, I knew him just like in passing.
Oh, you knew him?
From years ago. I didn't know him. I just knew of him.
Okay.
And I know that he was an addict before.
Okay.
I heard he was in recovery.
Addict? That's the first time I heard addict. Have we heard about him on drugs? I mean, I've heard the supposed PTSD, but I don't know about drugs.
As far as I knew, but other than that, that's all I really know.
Okay, and you did not expect it based off your interactions?
No, not at all.
Do you feel like he's still out there? Do you really have a hunch? Like if you had to go with your natural instinct, what do you think?
I think he's still out there, and I think that, where he knows this terrain so well, he is, and, where he was in the National Guard apparently as well, I think he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, so the shooter is still at large, no updates.
All right. I want to see, I don't know what else we got. We watched 2 videos. There's 2 more. I went where the shooter's hiding, and then he saw the I-75 shooter. Ooh, what? He found somebody? Okay, let's watch this. Oh, he just posted this 2 hours ago. All right, let's watch this one from a day ago, and then we'll watch the more recent one. And then after that, I'll open the lines if anybody wants to call, just whatever thoughts they're thinking. Now, the helicopter looks like he landed at Capital City Airport. So in Frankfurt. So they did a little bit of searching with the chopper, and then dipped out and went to Frankfurt. I wonder what they're doing all the way up there. I don't know. All right, let's check it out.
You would have no idea. And how it's been handled by the authorities. Yet another day, and this guy is still on the loose. You guys have been liking the videos, you've been liking the interviews, and today we're going to try to do some more of that. As for me, we're right now setting out some jugs. If you guys don't know, we do this kind of content over on my main
it's just what that person said, styrofoam
channel. We was actually on this exact lake doing this exact thing when the shooting occurred, and we heard gunshots. If you haven't seen that original video, you should go check it out. But we're setting out jugs right now. I'm gonna fire up the motor, and we'll probably ride over and kind of show you exactly where we were. Again, let me know if you guys enjoyed the interviews. Seems like everybody likes them. All right, I'm just kind of driving around. He's deploying them. There he goes. Right there's another helicopter.
Hey.
Right there. And right there is the dam. Y'all can see it. They're absolutely just swarming this area just to see if they can find this guy. Right there, like I said in past videos, these are the woods they believe he is in. And just right up there, those cars that you see right there, they literally just passed the place where the shooting occurred. This search has been insane. We've come up here probably every day or so because we keep jugs up in this little cove and we come up here and check them. I just seen on a Facebook post, the group that has their Thursday night tournaments on this lake canceled the tournaments for tonight. You see that? So yeah, things are still happening here. School is yet again canceled and the schools are transitioning to a virtual learning system right now.
That's what I just said, yeah. So virtual learning.
We don't know when the kids are going to get back to school. Nobody knows anything at this point. So, but I'm going to go over here to this bank. And like I said, this is not far, maybe a mile from where the stuff happened. And I'm going to show you the kind of terrain that this guy is hiding in or was hiding in at some point. And I do want to say you guys should not be out here doing this kind of stuff. This is a public lake that is open, but I
don't do this at home.
wouldn't suggest coming over here. In a sense, you could say, maybe I'm doing this so you don't have to. And Zach is not happy about this. He is ready
Frankfort is the capital.
to get out. Is that facts? Unfortunately for him, he works for Fishing with Tate, so. All right, Zach, just kind of take us right up here along this bank. You can see, guys, this right here is super thick, and these are the exact woods they're searching. Get right up here, Zach, where we can see in there good. You can see the rocks here. The way you see this lake laid out is just the way it is up in there. You can see this is really steep. That is steeper than 45 degrees, would you say? So this, honestly, is not like straight thicket like I've been in before and like it is in much of this area. This right here is just straight up and down, which just makes it tough altogether. Literally, you could be walking up there. Somebody could be here just laid down and you would have no idea. Look how clear the water is though here. We're just gonna ride this bank here. I might give you guys a little time lapse of what this looks like. So this is a video that a police officer, I believe, shared on Facebook. This is actually inside the woods where the suspect is hiding. Pretty much exactly where we just showed you up that bank. This is actually in the where people are searching. This is the terrain that the shooter is hiding in. You see the rocks in there? I'm not going to get out on the land. I think it is public land probably. This is public land. You think I'd be okay to step out there? Maybe walk up and show them what's going on. And here comes the helicopter right over top of us. He's probably like, what are these idiots doing? Sorry, I didn't mean to make you dizzy. Now hopefully, yeah, hopefully that's a good point.
We're going right across this bank just like we're waiting for somebody.
Yeah, you also don't want to be confused with, you know, the perpetrator. That's not what you want to do. So I'm not going to get on the bank. Curious part of me wants to get out and kind of explore. And maybe we'll do that in a future video once things are cleared to kind of give you guys an idea. All right, let's get out of here before they think we're helping him or something. Right there's the helicopter. They might be following us, brother. I'm actually not kidding. We might be being followed right now because they're coming right over top of us. You see that? What's that? Is that light supposed to be flashing on there? I don't know anything about helicopters, but they're watching us. They're watching us. I don't know. I think they actually might be following us. I don't know. Maybe we snooped around too far. Let us know. Did we get to interview some people? And I want to say or here would just be their opinions unless otherwise stated in this video. Your feelings about them canceling school for like the rest of the week?
I don't know why they would, because kids on four-wheelers are going back and forth in front of the house. They're not like staying in, they're going out. Or at least in my house they are.
I think it's a good decision because you never know what this man is capable of doing. There was a bus on that road. If it wasn't for the truck drivers blocking that bus, he was probably going to shoot that bus up too. School should be out until he is found.
The schools are still out. My understanding, they're going to meet tomorrow and try to decide what to do in the future. Can't stay out forever. I taught school for 28 years, and if something like this had happened, I wouldn't want my children going to school. Probably, or I wouldn't want to drive the bus. That'd be it'd be a real easy target for somebody. But they've had copycats in Warren County, and I heard they had one today up in Perry County. People shooting into moving cars. That's the worst thing about it. There are going to be some of these yahoos, and some of them may be juniors, seniors in high school that say, hey, let's shoot through one of these old cars going down the road, and maybe they'll let us out of school for the next week.
I get going a week and seeing what we can come up with, but after that, you know, it's just really weird circumstance.
It is.
It's completely unprecedented for Laurel County.
They are really focusing their search in this one area, exit 49. Do you think he is still in the area, or do you think it's a good possibility he has ventured out? They're spending a lot of time in that one area.
I think that he's probably still down there and moving at nighttime.
I think he's outside that area. I think that when they catch him, I don't think he's going to be taken alive.
I think that was a good place to start.
Mm-hmm.
But if that man thought this out, he ain't nowhere around here. He's had to plan this out to know where to go. And my opinion is, he ain't nowhere around here. I think he could be anywhere. Yeah. I do hope he gets caught. He definitely has issues.
I think he's gotten out of that area. Yeah, he's moved on somewhere.
So I used to squirrel hunt in that area, and it's tough.
Tough terrain.
Squirrel hunt. How do you squirrel hunt? Is it just shooting them out? I guess you're just shooting, right? How to squirrel hunt? I got a couple of squirrels I have problems with. I'm just kidding. I mean, I do have squirrels that are kind of, but. How to squirrel hunt. What's the choice of a short shotgun? The modified choke is also fine. I guess you just shoot them.
It's tough terrain. There's holes that you can fall in. I've had my foot hung between two rocks before. I personally think the old boy's probably dead already, unless he had somebody to help him get out of there.
So the text message that he had sent said that he was going to kill people and then kill himself. Is that what you think's probably happening?
I think that's what's happened. Somebody will find him, a hunter or a four-wheeler will find him, or somebody. Some of these guys probably had, what is it, $35,000 up to that?
Yeah.
They're going to get there and start looking for him.
Yeah, we was out there just today looking at the terrain. It's straight up and down, rocky, caves.
Yeah. There's things in there that I guess there's areas that people never really even spend any time in.
Right.
Humans. Used to be a good place to squirrel hunt.
They've made an emphasis on saying information that they're not ready to divulge leads them to believe he's still in the area, which makes me believe that they are being told something, or they're hearing some type of information from someone, and they don't want to cut the tail off that cat, so to speak.
People at my job have said that they think he's already out of state. Some people may think he's already dead. So I really don't know where he's at, but I hope they catch him at some point.
How do you feel? Do you feel like people are kind of scared, a little edgy, kind of looking over their shoulder, or do you feel like it's kind of normal?
It's kind of normal. Just going to try to stick with my grandma, and hopefully nothing happens.
Grandma's got you covered?
Yeah.
I'm not scared. I'm prior service. Yeah. If he showed up at my place, if it comes down to mirror him, you know.
Second Amendment.
Right.
I haven't paid any attention.
Minding your own business.
More or less.
I think everybody's on edge.
I feel like there is a lot of eeriness to it, but I also feel like people are ready to get back to normal. If you go out there and you look at the parking lot right now, you can tell that there's a difference. You know, this place is never empty like this. At some point.
The poll is, do you think he's dead or alive right now at this moment? You think he's dead out? Did he off himself, or did he succumb to the wilderness or a bear, which, I don't think a black bear would mess with him unless they were hungry, he had food, or I don't know, maybe the bear had babies or something, but 60% think he's alive.
Point life's got to go on. Yeah. So we can't.
Island thrips, that's true. You'd hope they'd have trackers out there seeing if someone's been moving around. That's what I would think. I would hope that they have some tracker. You get a good tracker, start from where he started with the shots. They might be able to track it back. Maybe.
Hide in fear forever.
Well, to me, it feels normal, but maybe to other people, they may be a little scared because there's an active shooter possibly still on the loose. And if he's still in town, he could end up trying to hurt a lot more people or even try to kill somebody.
How do you feel about how the authorities are handling the situation?
I mean, everybody can play Monday morning quarterback about every situation, but at the end of the day, this has never happened here. And I'm sure there's protocol that they're following. Everybody has a way that they can do it until they're the ones doing it. And then Mike Tyson said everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Well, I think they've handled it pretty well. I mean, they think they've got them surrounded.
So I don't know if there's a better way to handle it or not. I don't know how I would handle it.
How would you handle it?
I just quit looking for him.
They said that he had spent 4 years in the military. They haven't said whether he had PTSD or not.
I've heard that he has a drug problem, so probably a mental health issue, I would imagine.
This world's getting crazy.
Yeah.
Send your kids to school. You can't trust the students anymore. They're all shooting everywhere. And I never thought it would happen here.
Can't trust the students. You can't trust the teachers. We covered something earlier today, just like a small offhanded story where this teacher was having sex with one of the students, and the other students were the lookout. Other students were looking out for the teacher and the student messing around inside the school.
He took off running.
So this is the latest video, and then I'm going to ask if you guys want to go subscribe to this guy, send some love. I thought I just subscribed. I don't know. For some reason, I thought I was subbed.
Running, and I could only see like this side of him, and he was mid-sprint, but he had something like holding down like this.
So this guy says he saw him. He saw Couch.
He took off running, and I could only see like this side of him, and he was mid-sprint, but he had something like holding down like this, almost like he didn't want me to see it. In this video, we're going to be following up on some of the rumors we have heard about the shooter, including a couple different spottings. That's right, we're going to the places, and we're going to see if we actually see anything. So let's go ahead, dive into the video. If you guys are new here, make sure to like and subscribe. Let's see what we can figure out.
Heavy police presence. Suspect is on blank road, and road is blocked off near the lake. That's the rumor.
So rumor is currently, and I will say there's always a lot of rumors. You can't tell what's true a lot of times or what is not real. From the rumors, his phone has been pinged near this certain road, the same road that he lives off of. And that's exactly where we're going right now. And apparently it is swarmed. Might be best if this rumor is true and they just know where he's at. And the other part of the rumor is that he has sent a message to his mother or somebody saying that he's going to have a shootout with the police and intentionally get KO. Comment down below if anyone.
Wow, that's a rumor. I haven't heard any of these rumors. Now you know Mama's down. She's down. She'll go down in a blaze of glory. She was defending her son, saying no threats to his family or son with the terroristic charges. He has PTSD and had a mental breakdown. Anyone who knows him knows this is not like him. He had a terroristic threat charge for threatening to kill his neighbor's dog, for trying to bite his son. His neighbor wouldn't even go to court, and it was supposed to be dropped. Anyone could spew lies, and the gullible mass would believe it. Loretta. Mama's love. Though the neighbor said they didn't know about the court date. A couple of neighbors spoke out.
The local has heard the same.
This video here is from today, just 2 hours ago.
All right, just seen a police officer go up this road. This is the road right here. And this was where we was at the other day when all this happened. We make this trip almost daily. Oh, there's a cop right there. We're just gonna go up there and see what happens. What's the news doing up here? Ooh. If the news is around, something must be happening. There's still traffic moving up and down the road though. There goes a cop right there. There's only one boat here, which is not a lot. The tournament tonight is canceled here. They have a Thursday night tournament that has been canceled. Things seem pretty dead out here. Our sources say that this road right here was blocked. It is obviously not blocked anymore. We'll let you know if we see something cool. Up next, we're heading to a place where the suspect has supposedly been spotted within the last 2 hours. We're going to talk to a security guard who actually says they believe they talked to the shooter and they have already contacted police. We just got tipped off that they have seen the suspect in the last 2 hours out here. This has not been confirmed. The police have been notified from what we've been told. We're going down here right now to interview him. I was laid down, ready to chill out for the day. Well, we got the tip, so we're going down here. We're following up on this. I haven't seen it anywhere else on the news. He is a security guard for this place. We're just gonna see what he says. So we're here right now with one of the individuals, security guard here in the area. Yeah. And you say that he has been seen right here in the last couple hours, a couple times.
He's been seen twice this week.
Here?
Yeah, here.
Okay. And it's important to note that we are probably, how far are we from exit 49 right now?
I mean, if he was to get here, if somebody's booking it, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I got about 20 feet from the guy.
Okay.
And even when we talked to police, he's like, that matches the description of this guy pretty perfect.
Yeah.
And it's like, he's kind of fits it, and then knowing where he lives and how close they are to the area, it's like, it makes sense why he would be here.
Okay. How far does he live from here?
2 miles as the crow flies.
2 miles from this exact location.
2 miles.
That automatically makes him have some interest in this area. So.
Most definitely.
Okay. He's also been reported, and we checked this out earlier in the day, that he was closer to Woods Creek Lake. We went out there and checked it out.
Yeah.
Rumors everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Has he been seen out here before this? Like, have you ever had any issues with him? Have you had any, like, encounters?
Other than the other night and then today, no. On the railroad tracks, from the best I can hear.
Yeah, and the railroad tracks are directly behind us right here.
We're looking at them right now, so pretty close. And then some from where I seen the first night to the railroad tracks is 100 yards apart.
Really?
Yeah, and so, see, back there, obviously, there's a bunch of train cars and stuff, so, I mean, if somebody wanted to hide in the train cars, they don't really run this place no more. So,
yeah.
I mean, if he's in there, you don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, 2 different sightings and police saying, hey, that matches him.
So I will say this, like, we come back in here a little ways.
Yeah.
Like, this is not like off a main road or anything.
No.
I mean, if he's back here. Who is it that actually seen him out here, seen the person that matched his description?
I did.
It was you.
I seen him the other night. I got 20 feet from the guy. And
okay.
I told him, I said, hey, you got to leave. He took off running, and I could only see like this side of him, and he was mid-sprint, but he had something like holding down like this, Almost like he didn't want me to see it.
And then he was spotted again by a coworker?
Yeah, today.
Today.
There's a road that comes through here. And when I seen him, he was like right here over this bank.
Anonymous user, what's up, man? The main road, I showed the video you sent me earlier too, thank you. The main road through Cromer / area shooter was in. It also comes out on Hot Creek, okay, near the lake, which is one reason police out there. 80 and Hot Creek are two main south exits. 80 and Hot Creek. Oh yeah, I see the Hot Creek. Okay, let me keep monitoring this.
And so as soon as he seen me, I looked at him and said, "Hey, you got to go." Yeah, today. There's a road that comes through here. And when I seen him, he was like right here over this bank. And so as soon as he seen me, I looked at him and said, "Hey, you got to go." I was like, "You got to get out of here." And he took off running this way.
No
he went
way.
that way. So we're close to the area where they said he's at in Woodbine. So if he run the way that I watched him run, he could have been home soon. And they's like, "Did you see what he's wearing?" I was like, "A blue shirt and a pair of blue jeans." Oh, he's most definitely got help. He didn't. So. Yeah, that car that they found
Love
up there.
for you too.
He's
Look into Javion McGee case. Some fishy.
Erica, thank you for the 10. He needs to clarify dates. He just mentioned the fishing tourney was canceled tonight, Thursday. It's Friday. Yeah, he just dropped this video, but maybe with the editing and all this stuff, maybe production, maybe he didn't get to post it until today. That could be it. Everyone is running with he spotted Friday. True, Erica. Yeah. Good point. Nanners, thank you for the 5, says, love for you to look into Javin McGee's case. Some fishy. I haven't heard about that. I have to check it out. I've had some people sending me new cases. I have to check them out.
Set stuff, because when I talk to the cops, I'm gonna say this, there's like, we found a weapon. Well, the cop I talked to the other night said weapons, plural. So I was like, it's like, I feel like this guy's, he knows what he's doing. Yeah. I mean, if he was military, something like that, I'm not saying he's a genius in this, but he's got a little bit of common knowledge. I'm gonna catch him and I'm gonna look and be like, bring me my money.
You going for the 35?
I'm going for 35 grand, and we're all eating steak dinners.
So you spot him. It's for sure him. He has a gun. What's your first move?
Stay strapped or get clapped.
So he's saying he has a gun on him, as armed.
So you spot him.
I wish, like, I'm not sure exactly what location they're talking about though, because I heard them say like close to. They say Woodbine, right? I think Woodbine's kind of far from. I mean, unless Hawk Creek extends way down there. Because I thought they were just talking about like this little area by Hawk Creek.
It's for sure him. He has a gun. What's your first move?
Stay strapped or get clapped, homie.
So we're actually pretty close.
Oh, so this is a neighbor? We interviewed a neighbor of the suspect.
Stay strapped or get clapped, homie.
So we're actually pretty close to where the shooter lived. Did you know him personally?
No, he's a brother. He's my friend, my brother.
Okay.
Not my brother, my friend's brother.
Okay. Did he have a violent history before that you know of? Did he get in fights, or did he?
I didn't know him. Honestly, I didn't. I know his brother.
Okay.
His brother, he doesn't act like that, so I'm pretty sure he didn't.
Do you live here locally?
Yeah, I live here in Woodbine.
Okay. Does he live, how far does he live from here?
Say about a mile.
About a mile? Okay.
A mile.
Up there on the left? Is there a lot of cops up in here often, or?
Normally, no.
No?
Pretty quiet out here, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised to hear somebody near here had shot 10 people and 8 of them were injured. That was awful.
Yeah.
Just to hear about that.
And now the Exit 49 gas station is open. We're going to go there and we're going to talk to the workers and see if they have anything to share with us. So the Exit 49 exit has just now been opened up. It got opened up, I think, yesterday evening, and we're getting ready to go on here and see what the vibes are, just see what's happening. It is open to the public. We're not up here raising cane of any kind before we get any hate. And we could probably get some gas, to be honest. Here we go, Exit 49. We are going to try to go to the gas station right up here. This has been shut off for the last week. There's a police officer right there, just going up to the gas station. All right, so the shooter, from my understanding, went that direction.
Yes. This is the part, I mean, we've talked about this so many times, I showed it so many times on the map, but this is, oh Lord, I just lost myself. Here. Here we go. This is the part where he's coming up on the gas station, and there's this part where there's like a split. You can go to the truck stop, or you can continue up this road. And supposedly, so this is Chroma Ridge over here, from what I've been told, like this area here. And the vehicle was found like somewhere here. And he came down here and shot down. So he's rolling up.
Up that road, right?
I don't know if he's gonna go there.
Up there.
Roll up.
Pull over here. We're not going up in there. It says it's closed right now.
Oh, it's closed? Okay.
So
let's still go.
We're actually going to go over here and get some gas. All right, I'm going to keep you guys on the down low a little bit here. I have a question. You don't have to feel obligated. We are doing interviews about the shooter situation. Just wondering if anybody here would be willing to say anything. Like, it's not like controversial stuff.
I'm not good with that. None of us were up here the day that it happened, so we don't.
Really? Okay. So
we don't have a lot to contribute.
You guys been out of work for a week, probably, right?
Well, we've still been coming up here to work, but they've not let anybody in the public come up here. So.
Oh, you still been up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all been swarmed with people asking questions?
Yep. Hot topic right now.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you.
I also, I asked to interview a WKYT. I asked to interview a WKYT, I guess, reporter, and she instead interviewed me. Okay.
Saturday, we were out on the lake about a mile down the road here on the interstate. We heard about the situation, and shortly after, we actually heard gunshots. Not sure if it was the shooter or anything related to that. There's gunshots out here all the time.
All right. Thank you so much. I
very
really
well.
appreciate it.
I'm going this evening to film a video for tomorrow. It's pretty epic. The plan is to show you guys a thermal drone and what it looks like searching for the suspect in the woods using a thermal drone. So if you want to see that, make sure to subscribe. Y'all stay safe out there. We'll see you.
All right, that's dope. So yeah, subscribe to the guy's page. This is his second page. He has a page with 700,000. This page right now, his second page. This has 2.5 thousand subscribers. So if you want to check out his content, I put the link in the description. I think I can drop it in the chat. I think we're gonna open up the phone lines now too. We're gonna open up the phone lines, but yeah. Let me put it in the chat real quick. Chopper landed, man. All right, let me open up the lines. Give me a sec. I haven't done this in so long. I'll put I don't know if I should do the scanner. We could listen for a few. The scanner audio has even less people. It has 766 now. Let me set it up. Open up the lines. There's other stuff that I wanted to do too. I can do it while we're talking on the phone because I wanted to show you some of the paths. Where did I put that map? Lost it. What the hell? What did I do with the map? Okay. Oh, is this okay? Here it is. I'm gonna set up the phone line, but then I'm gonna show you some of the. I'm gonna walk through one of these paths, and like one of the areas earlier where we kind of saw the guy drive through. You can see some of the paths, trails, I believe. I mean, it's a bunch of different paths and trails, and I don't even think it's showing everything. So we're gonna do that too in a minute. Let me just open the phone line here. Ooh. There we go. Call in. I don't know what to think anymore, man. Joseph Couch.
Thank you for calling Collins Studios.
Okay. Okay.
From the Collins Studio web interface.
Okay, I'm going to drop the number in if anybody wants to call. And then I'm going to start walking this path. And I'm going to keep an eye out. The chopper did a very little. Oh, is this another chopper? Empty call sign. Oh, that's a health chopper. Never mind. Let me drop the phone number in the chat. It's 954-787-3009. I think the command should work too. Call. If you're interested, if you want to call, you want to give your theories. He alive, he's dead. Your experience in the woods, or your local family, Loretta, the mother. Mama, call in, mama. All right. Let's see, this path. Okay. I want to walk up this path right off of Falls Creek Road. Whoa. I don't know which way to go, though. Falls Creek Road. Or City Road. Falls City Road. What stops there? Oh. Oh, kind of. It doesn't let you go all the way, though. Oh, we could try to check it out. Whoa, what the hell is this? All right, we got some calls. Let me take it. The first one, a local call, 954.
Hold on one moment. I think the call is wiretapped. Big problem.
What? Who's this?
I gotta go.
Oh, shit, we got our first troll prank call. Drop. All right, 757. Let me take 757. Let's go. Hello. 757. Can you hear me? There we go. Hey. I hear you in the background. I guess I have to pass it over the next line. I'll put you back in the queue. Oh my God! Hey, hold on. I gotta pick her back up. Okay, 757. Hi, can you hear me? You gotta listen to me on the phone.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you gotta mute the YouTube and just talk to me on the phone. Let me check something. Hold on a second. It could be me. Hold on, Michael. No, it should be right. Actually,
okay, yeah, I'm like behind like 4 seconds or something.
Okay, but listen to me on the phone only, okay?
Oh, okay, hold on.
Okay.
How do I mute the YouTube? Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me clearly?
Mm-hmm.
No? Hello?
How do I do that?
Are you just listen to me on the phone? Are you hearing me in real time? Like, do you hear me right now? No? All right, hold on. Let me try the next caller. Hold on one second. I don't think it's me, but let me try this other person. 272, how you doing?
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Perfect. Yes, thank you.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I'm calling in to say that we had a guy, his name was Eric Frayne, in 2014. He shot 2 police officers, 1 died. He was on the run for 48 days in the woods.
Damn.
48 days.
What state was that in?
In Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania.
Oh, Pennsylvania, yeah. We were talking about it the other day.
Yeah. Yeah. It was rugged terrain, but nothing like this. So people thinking that, he's dead, don't count it out,
Yeah.
And he was captured alive. And he was only 2 miles away after 48 days.
Really? The whole time? Wow.
The whole time, 48 days. Yep. 48 days.
What do you think about this guy? You think this guy's still alive, roaming around in the woods and stuff, surviving?
Yep, I believe so. But when I was just watching the end of your video, it showed the off ramp, right, and that gas station. Was somebody there? Was somebody there with a car? I mean, I don't know. Was this planned at that location? I mean, anything is possible. But if he's in that woods, yeah, he didn't get far. He's moving at night, you know.
Right, yeah.
Because they're not looking at night. Yeah, they're not looking at night. Where here in PA, they were looking at night.
Oh, they were really?
Using the night vision. Yeah, they were using night vision and everything. Because they were determined, because it was 2 police officers. I mean, they didn't care, you know. Right. And but so don't underestimate, you know, because I see people 48 days and he only moved 2 miles.
Wow.
So never underestimate somebody that's desperate. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you think about that text message he sent his wife? Do you think it was BS? Like the whole thing is like he's gonna kill a lot of people and then off himself?
You never know. You know who really knows.
Right.
You never really know if that's to throw people off or not. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who knows? You know, this whole world has gone crazy, if you ask me. You know,
it really has.
So, but I mean, our schools were only closed for 8 days. They finally opened the schools, and just for like, you know, some parents drove their own children. Sometimes, you know, the buses. You can't not. It's crazy, but you can't stop life. As crazy as that sounds, you got to keep going because every day there's something.
Right.
You know, and not only that, staying home, you're staring at the TV, you're listening to things. The kids are getting more anxious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, our schools literally opened up 8 days later.
Wow.
You know. So, but we didn't have that school back then in 2014.
Right, right.
So.
Damn.
But yep.
Well, thank you. So I appreciate the call.
Keep that in mind. 40. Yeah, just remember, I'm from exactly where Eric Frayne, they were looking for him because I'm watching the chat where it's right from that area. But remember, 48 days, and they took him alive. And it was the marshals that found him. I believe if the state troopers would have found him, they probably would have killed him. Because I don't think they want him to live. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading about that now.
Yeah.
Eric Frayne.
If you want to look, if you want to look him up.
Yeah, definitely.
If you want to look him up, you can meet him. 48 days and only 2 miles away. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
I know there's other people waiting. You're welcome.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. That was nice. Okay, let me get this. Let me try this lady again. The 757. 757. Can you hear me?
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. I think we're good now.
Okay, I think I fixed the problem on my part. Hey, it's me, Red Base. Hello.
Wait, who?
I just want to say.
Wait, did you say this is Red Base?
Yeah.
This Red Base from the YouTube?
Well, yeah.
Red Base, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself and your family?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Good. Oh, no problem. I just want to say that I've been in woods like that before, and it really people unless they've been there, they don't understand how hard it is to try and track somebody down. So I'm just going to say 50-50. He could be dead. He could be alive. And just want to say that I'm really proud of the chat, especially the other night during the Trump and Kamala debate, that everybody was pretty respectful.
Really? I'm surprised.
And so, I was too. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. But everybody, you're going to have those few, which is normal. But it wasn't like some of the other ones were people were so brutal. And they were pretty cool. And I was very pleased. So,
yeah, I had fun tonight.
Hello? Yeah, it was pretty fun, for sure. And thank you for drinking Santa Margarita, because that's really a good Pinot Grigio.
Oh, yeah. It's so good. I love it. My favorite.
It is. Anyway, au revoir, and we'll talk
Ribiz.
later.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. Take care.
All
right.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. All right, cool. We got it figured out. That was nice. All right, 623. Oh, the other thing too is like, let's say you call and like you're also using your phone to listen. It might be a little. You might have to close out YouTube. Once I take your call, I don't know. You might have to close out YouTube because it might both be playing at the same time. YouTube, there's like a 30-second delay from real time. So like what I'm saying now is actually getting to you like 28 seconds later or something like that. 623, how you doing?
What's up, Big Emil? This is
How you
Infamous
doing?
Truth Teller. How are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good,
I've seen you
good.
plenty of times in chat.
Yeah, because this reminds me of that. I think you covered the story of was that guy that broke out of that prison bus. Remember that guy that broke out of the prison bus and they couldn't. They're like, how did he get away? And that little boy was recording him.
Yeah,
Remember, he was like missing for like 3 weeks. They couldn't find him for like 3 weeks.
That's not Danilo, though, right? It's somebody else?
And,
not Danilo. Not Danilo.
No, it was, I don't know. I put it in the chat, but I think his last name was Lopez or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, but he ended up like, he took the lives of a grandfather and his 4 grandchildren. Yeah, when they were telling him, like, everything's good, or whatever. But anyway, I don't know. I lived in Kentucky. There's a lot of like wilderness, but I don't know this.
You live there now? You said? You say you live there?
This guy is. Oh, I've lived there. Yeah, I lived like near Lexington. I lived in Louisville.
Oh, cool.
But
yeah, I'm even
there's
trying
a lot of bush and a lot of place.
I was even trying to follow the map like during the trail. I almost even got lost. You can barely see the trail. It's so like thick. The brush and the trees and everything. This is from 2014,
Yeah.
so I don't know what it exactly looks like now.
Did they say that this, because I haven't been following it too much, but did they say that he was like wilderness, like he's like a mountain boy? Did they say anything? Did they mention anything like that?
Nobody's really said specifically if he is or not, but he was in the military reserves, I guess. But nobody said if he's like really like trained expertly to be out there and outdoorsman. I don't know, but I did read an article from somebody that's an expert like survival, and he said it would be pretty easy to survive out here. Like there's water. I mean, you'd have to boil it, but there's water, fruits, and all different kinds of things you could eat, nuts and all kinds of stuff out there. Mm.
Yeah, who knows? All right. Well, I just wanted to come and touch base with you because I was just thinking about that guy that was missing for 3 weeks.
Yeah, I gotta find out
how people can go missing.
If you find the name again. Maybe put it in the chat or something, or if anybody knows.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I will for sure. And this reminds me of Brian Laundrie too, like how that guy's all covering, like asking everybody questions. Everybody's like, "I saw him over here. He was over here. He was on a boat. He was here and there."
The only thing I find interesting or weird about this one is that like I haven't really heard of any sightings of this guy besides the one person now that was on video saying that he saw him, but I haven't heard like with Cavalcante. You heard of different sightings. Even Brian Laundrie's got all these fake false sightings. Well, with this guy, you haven't really heard anything.
Yeah. And it's about hunting season too, so there should be like some, like the deer cams or whatever.
Yeah.
The cams that they have out in the wilderness, but who knows? I don't know. Who knows? I hope that he didn't take his life, but who knows what his mental state is, But,
right.
All right.
Thank you.
I'll let you get a hold of your next person. All right. Take care.
All right. Thanks for calling. Bye. I figured I'd do a little bit of calls. It's been a while. I've done calls. 330. Hola.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
You on?
Yes, you're on.
Doug Buer.
Hey, Doug, how you doing?
Hey, I got a couple. I'm doing good. I hope you guys are too.
Thanks.
I got a couple of ideas. One is, why would he take the battery out of his phone if he was just going to kill himself?
True. That's a really good point. I haven't heard anybody say that.
He was going to be tracked, so what's it matter if the phone's tracking him or not if he's dead? The other thing that I think about a lot is they said that, a year ago he threatened somebody's dog with an AK-47, but he didn't buy it until that day. So that means he has two of them.
Right.
So what else does he have? I truly believe he's still out there. And I think he thought this through a lot more than a lot of people think he did. I think he's a little bit more toned to the wilderness than people think. And I think he has a good chance of hanging on for a while, but I think eventually they will catch him.
Right.
I don't think he... Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. You go ahead.
No, I just, I don't know that he's got anybody helping him. I do believe there's a possibility that somebody is, but I think they would have picked up on that already. I'm pretty sure they got all the family covered, so none of them are going out there and helping him out. But I think he probably stashed some stuff. I mean, all these prepper shows and stuff, and in fact, I'm a prepper. You hide stuff in the woods, you get things ready to go for the end of the world or whatever. So I think he was planning this for a while, but I don't think that he's out shooting, that people have to worry about him going out and shooting more people. I think now he's in a more of a survival mode.
So you said you're a prepper too? You're like a prepper?
I am a prepper.
So
yeah, I'm more of I store food. I store medical supplies. I store a lot of things, but my feeling about prepping is that it can be for anything. It could be for the end of the world, or it could be for a major disaster. And if I got these supplies, then if medical people need them in my area, I've got an extent of I would help my neighbors. And stuff like that. I might have to shoot some of them. I don't know. But, I always say, I'm willing to give people stuff, but don't try to take it from me.
Right.
So,
I mean, people get crazy in times of crisis and stuff. People start robbing and looting and all kinds of stuff. You never know. Yeah. Interesting. So you think this guy's like, so the text message, you think that was, because I know Wilson mentioned it, do you think that was just like to throw people off? I'm going to kill a lot of people and then kill myself, like off myself.
Yeah, I do. I think that was to throw people off his trail because, again, why take the battery out of the phone if you're just going to kill yourself?
Right.
If you take the battery out, they can't track you. And he must have another phone because haven't they said that he's talked to his family or he's been talking to somebody, I think.
That was a rumor.
But maybe I'm wrong about that.
It was a rumor. Somebody said supposedly... I don't know if it's true, but yeah.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Just some food for thought,
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate the call.
He's got other guns. I don't know if I believe that kid saw him or not. He might have.
I don't know either. Yeah. I was a little...
If he saw him, why would he tell him to run away? Get lost when you'd be more like you'd want to go to the phone and say, hey, I just saw him.
Right. That was a little weird.
So, yeah. All right. Anyways, I'll let you talk to some other people.
Okay.
But,
well, thank you so much.
I've been watching you for a while, so you're very welcome. God bless, man.
God bless you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. That was really, I didn't think about that. That adds to it also. Why take the battery out of your phone if you're just going to off yourself anyway? 832, you're on the air, on the line.
Hello?
Hi.
It's me?
Yes, you're on.
Hi.
Hey.
A couple of things. I think he's dead, and I think some poor hunter is going to find the remains when actual hunting season starts. I know it's bow season right now there, but when it gets more towards October, November, so I think that's how he's going to be found. But the other thing is my daughter-in-law was born and raised in the area and has never heard of Bigfoot being there. Ever. ever. So I need people to squash this Bigfoot crap, because Bigfoot is in the Pacific Northwest, not in Kentucky.
Wait, I thought you were gonna say it doesn't exist, or you think it does exist. Bigfoot.
No, I don't disavow anything. I believe in aliens and the whole 9 yards.
Okay, but it's not in this part.
Just not in this part. And she absolutely just started dying laughing when I asked her, because I've called her every day with a question for this area, and when I called her tonight with Bigfoot, she was like, "You got to be kidding me." I said, "Oh no, it's all over the internet. The Bigfoot's there, and Bigfoot's got him." And
I saw it in the comments.
So we just need to squash the Bigfoot. But anyway, love your channel. Talk
Thank
later.
you so much.
Bye.
All right, bye. Bigfoot, squashing the Bigfoot thing. I don't know. I used to watch documentaries. I mean, I saw that infamous Bigfoot video, the blurry one, and the picture, but 817, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Is it me?
Yes, you're live. Hey.
Oh, hi. I'm Angela. I'm calling from Texas.
Texas. Thank you for calling, Angela.
Where is Bigfoot located exactly? I missed that part.
I don't know. I don't know if she said northeast or something.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Well,
maybe in the chat.
I guess.
Maybe the chat can remind me. I forgot exactly what she said. Bigfoot doesn't want to go to Springfield.
No.
Somebody said that.
Right, Springfield. Yeah, you get cats there, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, I really appreciate your channel, and thank you so much for giving us all this information, because I know it's been just a shit show, really.
I feel like at first, yeah, but now I feel like there's so little information trickling in now. Like they're not doing the press conferences anymore for now, and the choppers were getting very little information.
But there's so much conflicting stuff too,
Yeah,
and I appreciate you kind of helping us decipher what's real and what's not.
problem.
I mean, like the Sasquatch. Okay, my question is what makes people say that he's in Texas? Because obviously that's relevant to me. People in the chat are saying that he's in Texas.
No. They're saying Texas now? I haven't heard that.
I don't know. I guess he walked. I don't know.
Why said Pacific Northwest? Bigfoot is in the Pacific Northwest. Okay, that's where they're saying Bigfoot is. I haven't heard of Texas.
No, I'm saying Couch is in Texas. I'm sorry, I wasn't clear.
I haven't heard anything about Texas with this guy.
Wow.
Not that I know, no. I don't think he's gone that far.
Well, I just wondered because everybody in the chat has said he could have traveled to Texas. I didn't know if there was some connection with him and somebody else in Texas.
No. Do you think did you say you think he's dead, or I forgot what you said? I don't remember what you said. Do you think he's alive or dead or what?
I think he's alive. I think if he was dead, they would have found him by now.
The only thing I don't know, because I was like wondering, is it easier to find him if he's alive or dead? And I think if he's alive, it's easier to find him. If he's dead, that infrared or the technology, the thermal stuff, I don't think they would see him. They say you're supposedly after maybe 1 or 2 days, they can still see your dead body, but if he's dead, I don't know.
Well, or he got eaten by an animal.
That too. Yeah, I mean, or he could. One of the experts was saying too, water might be a problem if he can't boil water, and he's just drinking the water straight. There was a couple of illnesses we were talking about the other day that he could catch and get really sick, diarrhea and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, that sounds like a great time. How long has it been? Are we on like day 5, 6?
Today's 7, I think. I think today's 7.
Yeah, he probably is watching your channel. I can only imagine that he's got to check in somehow.
All right. Yeah, I know.
All right, thank you for taking my
all right,
call.
thanks.
I really appreciate your channel, and I appreciate
no problem.
you staying on top of it.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right,
good night.
have a good one.
Bye. We got a lot of people calling in. Oh, we got 5 people on hold. Let me get the 630. Let me check the flight radar too. 630.
What's up, Mel? GZA here.
Hey, oh shit. Is this your first time calling in? Or you've called before?
No, it's my second.
Second time. Okay, I see you in the chat all the time. How you doing?
What's up, my guy? I don't know, man. I'm on the fence, but I think he's alive. I think that police, set up the perimeter too late. It depends on timing. If you did this around nighttime, he could have had an extra car stashed somewhere. Who knows how much ammo, but I don't think he's lying in wait, in the woods somewhere. I think he probably took off in a car. He could have had a burner phone.
Yeah.
There's a river. So if he was on foot, all he had to do was jump in the river. River could take you miles downstream, get out somewhere. I don't think he's hanging out in the woods. If he's dead, then buzzards, would be flying around.
Yeah, true that. Somebody just said that.
They give away a location of people. So, that's my thought. I don't think he's sitting there in the woods just waiting for cops just to come and find him. And if he did off himself, usually if they off themselves, they want to be found. They're not going to do it way back in the woods, where no one can find them. I think that they're going to just do it where people can find them. Where are you going to hide from? You did this. He doesn't know that these people didn't survive, I don't think. I think he thinks they're dead. So, I don't know. Burner phone, extra car, perimeter again didn't get set up in time. That's what
I think so too. Yeah, because when I did the timeline, I think I saw when I was looking over the timeline, I think it was like 3 hours before they started searching in the woods since the shooting.
He was too close to the interstate to even. He could have just ran to a car. Why have all that ammo? You're not going to be carrying around all that ammo. That's heavy. Why would you even have that? So I don't know. Unless he's wanting to go out with a blaze of glory, but I don't know. So that's my opinion. But thanks for your coverage, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
All right. Yep.
Good night.
All right, bye.
Bye. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was leaning towards this guy's dead, but like after a couple of callers, and specifically the one caller, the whole thing with the AR we talked about the other day, like we know he purchased the day of, he purchased an AR and started shooting at people, but then we heard multiple neighbor accounts, not just one, multiple neighbor accounts. We saw the video interviews where they were like, this guy came out with a gun and pointed the gun at us or threatened us or whatever. And that was before he purchased the AR. So he had he has multiple guns. He had another AR. Where's that gun? I don't know if cops found it when they went to search his house. But then the caller, I think his name, was it David? I think he had said, why take the battery out of the phone too? Like, well, that was a really good point. If you're just going to off yourself, why go through all this hiding yourself stuff, 910.
Hey, Mel.
Hi.
Melly Mel.
How you doing?
Hey, love your channel, bro.
Thank you.
And
appreciate it, man.
to the lady who said Bigfoot's real, freaking Bigfoot, my aunt swears to God she saw him in Evergreen, Colorado about 20 years ago, so I give her shit to this day. Anyway, nah, man, he's a reservist, right? I did 10 years active Army infantry. He's a reservist. He's a combat scout or a combat engineer. The combat engineers, they always wanted to be the most badass motherfuckers. They were always the coolest dudes. So he probably thinks he's some sort of badass or something, but he probably looked all this shit up online, but he's in like dense wilderness. So eventually he's going to break his routine. Once he breaks his routine, that's when they find him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going to stick to the waterways. There ain't no way.
Do they get like survival skills?
He's going to come out, dip in the woods.
Yeah.
They teach you basics.
Basic. That's what I heard. Like
crazy,
basic stuff.
Unless he went to schools, but we don't. Yeah, it's basic stuff. Nothing crazy. But, you know, we don't know his whole history. He might have went to school. But they're reservists. They train like once a month, like National Guard.
Okay.
But all those combat engineers, they always thought they were the most badass dudes. And they just weren't it. So he's going to mess up somewhere, I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah.
He's going to run out of food. He's going to hit one of those hikers if there's trails back there. It just takes one slip up. And those IR cameras ain't going to catch you in that dense forest during the day.
Oh.
You lay low in the day, you run at night.
That's what I think he's doing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's definitely doing it. I mean, Cavalcante is from another country, and he knew that.
Yeah.
And if he has multiple weapons, he definitely has multiple weapons. He's in the military, so he has a clean background.
Right. Cavalcante, that's what he was doing too. Yeah, he was moving at night, and I guess staying still during the day.
Yep.
That's what all the sightings
during the day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
But the
he's in
Cavalcante,
dense forest, man. He's way off the grid. So
yeah. But the Cavalcante too, though, I think the difference with that search, I thought they were searching at night. I don't remember. I thought they were looking at night. This one, they're not really looking at night. They're just posted out, like section.
Well, he got caught. He got caught early in the morning.
Oh yeah.
But he was messing up because he was, you know, going into people's sheds and stealing their stuff, and you know, someone's gonna notice the gun, especially a farmer who goes out there and uses it every day. This dude ain't around nothing that don't look like.
That's true. That is the difference.
I think he's probably still alive.
Okay.
If he offed himself, someone would have found him by now. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. True.
I mean, once he gets to prison, he's probably gonna want to, but
interesting.
Especially with a name like Couch, he's not gonna be reclining. I know that much. But anyway, for real, man, I love your shit, dude. I'm Lundy on YouTube, so
Lundy. Whoop.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in.
Yep. Thanks for taking my call, brother. Be easy.
Take care. You too.
Later.
Bye. Man, that's Lundy. Oh shit. I think that's the first time I heard his voice. I don't know if I should have asked him. I don't know if he's called in before. That was cool. That was nice. I wasn't expecting that to be Lundy. 505. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, Mel. This is D. Thomas. I'm calling from Albuquerque, New Mexico. How you doing, man?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Hey, first of all, man, I just want to say my heart goes out to the family and the victims. It's just horrifying what happened to them, man. Just thinking about it, just taking a drive out there and bam, get shot. Yeah, it's crazy. My thoughts are, I believe, you know, me being prior military also, the guy, I think he has some basic, you know, military service. He has some basic skills. I think he's still alive somewhere. He's running around out there in the woods somewhere. And like a couple of other guys said, he's gonna screw up, and one slip up, he's gonna get caught.
Right.
Someone's gonna catch him. He's gonna do something dumb, and he's gonna get caught. And if you think about it, I mean, he's prior military, or he probably has some Molly gear on, maybe 2,000 rounds of 223, 5.56. That's not a lot. If he had some Molly gear to hang on, some
what is that? Molly? You said Molly gear?
Ammo. Molly gear, like the patches, the pouches that attach to you like a vest.
Oh, okay.
On your chest, like a chest rig. So if you're carrying a chest rig, a belt, or whatever, and you're carrying your magazines and it's Molly gear and stuff, 2,000 rounds isn't a lot. So it's yeah. So he's gonna slip up, man, and he'll get caught. He'll get caught somewhere.
Yeah, man. I'm still like walking through this trail on the Google Maps, and it's so many trees, and it is really thick and dense, and this is just along the path. So it's
crazy. I mean, that reminds me of Fort Lofton Woods in Missouri. God, it brings me back to those days in my military service. That's how it looked, just like that, just dense woods and forests, and like I said, you could like one of the other guys said earlier, you could be up on a hill walking, and somebody could be under you, and you wouldn't even know it.
Right.
So he's gonna ram. There's some hunters that are gonna be out there, and he's gonna Rambo somebody's ass. So
Damn. He could. I mean, if he's armed to the T, yeah, and he just runs into somebody, yeah, you never know. I mean, he already did it once. He already,
Yeah. You don't know what this guy's thinking. And like what Doug said earlier, and the reason why I think he's still alive too is because the battery thing, what Doug said earlier. Why would you go through all that stuff, take out the battery and everything? He has a burner phone. He has somebody helping, like normally they all do. But
yeah.
But also, man, I want to say, I love your channel, love your shit,
all right,
man.
thank you, man.
I've been watching for a while, so
appreciate it, man.
So
thank you for your service.
Get on.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you. Take care.
All right, you too. Bye. Friday night. I wonder what Couch is doing now. 865. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for calling.
Thanks. My name's Lee, and I like your show. I watch it all the time.
Oh, thank you. Lee?
Now I'm a prepper.
Oh, you're a prepper too?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I live about 50 miles south in the mountains.
South of where? Like this area? Oh, okay. Wow.
Yes, sir. I live right at the Tennessee line. So those mountains are thick. Those ridges are bad. You've got lots of caves. What people aren't thinking about, because they're saying you got to boil water, do this. We have a lot of natural springs that come up out of the mountain. That water is clear, and you can drink it straight up out of the mountain. Because that's where I get my water from, is straight out of the mountain. So
I didn't know
there's
that.
water out there. And right now you've got berries, you've got meat, you've got everything. I think he's alive, and I think they're going to have, excuse my language, they're going to have one hell of a time catching him depending on where he's going. And if apparently he's got knowledge of woods. I mean, you don't necessarily have to know those specific woods to know woods, if that makes any sense. If you know that they got to look for the ridges and the caves, there's so many caves out here. Not going to give it away, but I mean, there's caves like right down yonder. I've got a cave on my property that is only about, I don't know, I slide down in it. And it's, there's 5 or 6. Yeah, it's about 5 or 6. I use it for a root cellar. It's only about a 5x6. So you can hide in there. He could have stuff put in different places in different areas. The other thing I was going to say, same thing about a phone. Why would you pull your battery out of your phone? Because that's the first thing they're going to do is ping his phone to track him. He doesn't want to be tracked. The other thing, 2 miles away from there, they were having a music festival. So then that's also an idea, because you had a lot of ATVs, a lot of places where when he was going through the woods or anything, that would cover his tracks. If they was running the trails and he was running the trails, no one would know the difference of who was who.
Right.
So there's a lot of different options, but I'm gonna tell you, those woods are tough, and if you hunt them, I think like what everybody else said, but I think he's smart. I think he's gonna find him a little hole. He's gonna go in it, but I bet you he's got different things, and if he's got survival skills, he can stay out there for a long, long time.
What do you think is like his biggest threat out there besides, the cops, like as far as like animals or like any kind of poisonous stuff or like,
well, I know in my area, mountain lion.
Oh, you got mountain lions?
Yes, sir. They took out 3 of my goats earlier this spring. So, but this time of year, they've got enough food unless he just runs up on them. But really, honestly, I think his biggest thing is going to be injury. I think if he slips, if they get too close, if he sees a helicopter and he goes to hide, he's going to hurt himself. And that's not meant that he has no survival skills, but if you get an injury and he hasn't prepped and got medicine out there somewhere hidden, infection, I think injury, I think then that's what's going to slow him down, and somebody's going to walk up on him.
Right. Wow.
So, but that's my opinion. No, that by the way, he had 2 different calibers of ammo. So we know that he's got at least 2 different AKs. But the thing is we also know that doesn't mean we don't know how many pistols. small pistols, small ammo. Just because they didn't find the ammo for it doesn't mean that he didn't have it out there in the woods already. I think that he had this prepared.
Yeah.
He was ready for this. I don't know if he's necessarily in that area right there. I think he's sitting up on a cliff somewhere laughing at him, honestly. And I think he's hiding. And then it's sad to say, but that area is so thick, he could be in a tree. They may be looking on the ground, and he could be in a tree.
Yeah. Wow. So it wouldn't be too hard to survive out there, I guess, especially if you know what you're doing, I guess. And
not this time of year, especially.
Right. The temperature doesn't really get too cold, right? Like.
If he's hidden somewhere, if he's hidden in the thicket, and he's hidden or in a cave during the day,
oh, true.
That will keep him from getting too hot. You know, if he has any mountain at all knowledge, springs, you can find the springs. You can look where the runs are. Instead of being the runoff, you can look and see, and then you go to the top, you find them, you move the leaves, you see if it's coming up out of the ground. Make sure it's the same spring. So I don't know. I think it's going to be one of those that either they're going to find him dead because he got hurt or something got him, but I don't think something's going to get him. Honestly, I mean, there is a fear of that in the woods. We've got bobcats.
Bobcats too.
But if he's got weapons, we got bobcats, bear. I got bear right here, and I'm right over here on the property next to me.
You guys have black bears,
so you got
right,
bobcats there? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But you got heat. You've got cold water springs. You got the water that comes up out of the springs, ice cold.
Right.
So
right.
if it gets too hot, there's options. You got different little creeks. Get through these mountains. There's lots of like little waterfalls, lots of little different things that come up. You got all kinds of fruit. And the thing is water you can get in so many different ways. You can tap into a tree. You can get water from roots. If you've got knowledge of the woods, then you're going to be able to survive in so many different ways.
Right.
So, I mean, I think I agree with the rest of them. He's going to make a mistake or he's going to get hurt, because it's not much to go step down on something and you don't see the hole because the leaves got it full and you step into a hole, twist your ankle, then you can't run.
Yep.
So, lots of challenges out there.
Well, thank you so much for the call and your insight. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me. Bye.
All right. Good night. Thank you. That's interesting to hear from some of the preppers and their experience. I started I'm not a prepper at all. I'm not nowhere even near, but I started kind of thinking about that too a little bit, like having some extra supplies more than I normally have. And so I started because you never know what's going to happen, right? I'm not really thinking end of the world. I have to, but extra food, extra water, stuff like that, some first aid kits, which I actually need to replenish. I've been kind of thinking a little bit more like that, but it's on a really, really small scale. But eventually, maybe I'd like to, kind of increase it. I'd actually like to live somewhere in the country or something. I don't know, away from the city. I'm in a hybrid area where there's some farms, but that's also city though. All right, 859. How you doing? Thanks for holding. By the way, you've been holding for a while.
I'm good. No, you're fine. I live 30 minutes away from this.
Oh, okay.
So I know a group of guys that 2 days ago got together and went and decided to try to go do their own search.
Ooh. How'd that turn out?
So the police they got ran out. They got in trouble. They got told if they came back that they would go to jail.
Wow.
Yeah. But like she says, there's springs, there's berries. If he hunts, he could catch his, you know what I mean? It sounds silly, but he could hunt.
I should have asked her too. I should have asked because he might not want to use it. He could hunt, but he probably doesn't want to use his gun. I wonder if he could like set up some traps or snares, or I don't know what are the ways
Exactly.
he would be able to do it
You
without.
can set up traps to catch squirrel, rabbit.
Right.
I know a lot of people are probably grossed out, but they do eat them.
Yeah.
Also, he's in danger of. We have rattlesnakes and we have copperheads. He's out in the woods, so he has to keep a lookout for that.
I was hearing a few people say that the copperheads are out there, and they're all over the place. I don't know how deadly they are. I mean, they are poisonous, right? But I guess if you can't get medical attention,
They are deadly. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Did they shut the
But
schools
she
down?
pretty much read my mind. She said everything I was going to say.
Oh, really? Did they shut the schools down by where you're at, or not? They didn't go that far as far as schools.
No, they didn't, and that's why the group of people had got together, because our schools are still open. I don't have kids in school now. Mine are all grown, but I've got nieces in school.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they're taking precaution.
Right. Wow. Mamma mia. And you think he's alive too, or deceased?
I do. I think he's very skilled. I almost think he had this set up. Like, I think maybe he had planned this out.
Yeah.
But
Jeez.
I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. Bye. All right. I think we're gonna take. Oh shoot! I hung up on. I'm sorry. I hung up on somebody by accident. I'm sorry. Whoever just got hung up on, call back in. I'm sorry about that. All right. I think I'm gonna do the rest of these calls. Well, I'm gonna give a chance for the other person to call back in. I think they just called back in. Okay. 727. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Yeah, that's me. The last lady, she definitely knows what's up, but I haven't really heard anybody talk about, bugs and stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
I just kind of was thinking about that, because I've been out in the woods, simple little thing, and you have a swarm of ants on you, a swarm of chiggers, horseflies, stuff like that. But this is literally like the perfect time of year to do anything outside and out, like outdoorsy. And it's kind of, it's pretty crazy kind of whole situation. But like, I was just thinking maybe like a hammock you could throw in your bag and put that in your pocket and use that for all sorts of stuff. Like, I think cloth and stuff even breaks thermal. I think there was some video about that online. But you could wrap yourself in a hammock and that protects you from mosquitoes. Yeah, dude, good show so far tonight. Good platform.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I was looking at the horseflies. They say they actually they bite or something. They say they.
Oh my, they'll make you swell up.
That's what I was
reading. If you're not allergic to them, they'll make you. No. But yeah, like that's kind of crazy with that little festival thing. That's a pretty cool, thought process to go down of being able to slide in and, kind of infiltrate that, because I got a little like 110 cc ATV, and you could also get little, motorbikes, and you can get them on Craigslist, offer up all that stuff for, $100, $200, even, normally 800. But you could go park that anywhere with a gallon of gas. You could get so far, especially if you put like little tires on, extra like off-road tires or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, because this is like so crazy. Like going through this with the maps, like how thick and like I'm almost even getting lost a couple of times.
But yeah, like, I was thinking like if he had food on him, like, he would have to have had it like all vacuum sealed or something, because it would leave like such a strong smell behind, I would think,
Yeah. Like bears and stuff might be attracted to that, or just to have food out like that.
Yeah, I would think like the tracking dogs, like, you know how like fast they got out there?
Yeah.
Or like even if they even found his position like within a couple of hours or something.
They started the search in the woods 3 hours after, so I guess he would add like a 3 hour start.
Yeah.
So
that's wild. What's been the most impactful / probable theory you've heard so far?
I think tonight, Doug's the whole thing of the guy, why take out the battery out of his phone, and he has multiple guns, and there was 2 different calibers of ammunition found by the car.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I feel like there's a lot of intention, and most people, if they want to be like found, right, to be kind of have their like declaration,
Yeah.
If they're gonna do something like this, yeah.
All right, man. Well, thank you.
Thanks for
Appreciate
taking my call.
Yeah, of course. Anytime, man. Thanks. Have a good night.
All right.
Bye. All right. I'm gonna empty out these rest of these calls. Let me just hold the lines. You can put hold music. What the hell is new? Let's see. Okay. Okay, let me take this call. Anonymous. Block call. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Good.
Good. I'm better than I deserve. How about yourself? Thanks for asking.
Cool. What are your thoughts?
So, well, if he was in the area, I grew up, I ran these hills ragged when I was young, but if he was in this immediate area, they would have already found him. One of 3 things is, it's not because they haven't tried. They've run $1 million worth of fuel out of them helicopters. They flew these guys ragged.
Right.
But yeah, he's either A, had help getting out of there, B, had a 4-wheeler set up. There's you can get on these 4-wheeler trails and you can ride to Ohio, West Virginia, Tennessee.
Right.
I mean, you can hit these trails and disappear. Yeah. So, or, I don't think anything's happened to him, but people talking about spiders or snakes and stuff. I'm more worried about the spiders we have around here. The snakes, I know how. We deal with snakes around here all the time. It's the spiders that I'm worried about. But
what kind of spiders? Poisonous spiders?
He's not. Yeah. Pardon?
Yep. You got poisonous spiders out there?
Oh yeah, we've got black widows, brown recluses.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah.
The recluses are really bad. There's more recluse bites than anything. But
yeah.
But yeah, I think he's gone. I think he's gone. He probably had help getting out of here.
Yeah.
I think the firearms in the gun just to throw him off.
Right.
I think he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been searching pretty hard extensively these last couple of days in the same area with choppers, drones.
Look, if he were to hit these hills right here where he's at, he can't make it far. You're not going to get far in these hills on foot.
Right.
Not in 3 hours. Not far enough. Not far enough. Out of the way of the helicopter search area. Yeah, he's gone. He's not in here anymore. It's untelling where he's at.
Wow. All right. Well, thank you.
He could have went up. Yeah, he could have went up as far north to Ohio River, hit the river, and he could be out. He could be out in the Gulf by now.
Long gone. That's what some people think. He's just gone. He's not in there anymore. But he also could survive, I guess. Though, right? There's plenty to survive out there too. Like they're saying, nuts, berries, animals.
Yeah, no, there's not. There's, they just started stocking these mountain lions back in here. They're not. You'll be lucky to ever see one.
Oh, okay.
A mountain lion. Bears are pretty thick, but they're black bears. They're more scared of you than you are of them.
Right.
They see you. They'll smell you and run way before you ever get a chance to see them.
Okay.
So seeing one of those are rare. Even though there are a lot of them. They tend to stay away from people unless they're old or something's wrong with them. you know.
Right.
Somebody picked him up.
But yeah, I'd say somebody's picked him up. I'd say he's had help getting out of here. Had another means of transportation somewhere close. And if he had a 3-hour window to get, it's untelling where he's at. 3 hours from London. 3 hours you can be in Tennessee, you can be in Ohio, you can be in Virginia.
So if he had a way out, like on vehicle or help, he could be long gone. But if he didn't get help, if he was on foot, he wouldn't have gotten far, I guess, in those 3 hours.
No, he could. There's no, especially this time of year, everything's grown up and it's thick.
Yeah.
And even in the thickets at night, with that night vision, that infrared, you can still see. You see right through those thickets. You'll still see that. You see somebody laying there.
Okay.
Of course, if he's dead, you always see that you can see that from the sky. There'll be buzzards. Nature will take its course.
Oh, okay. That's some good points. Too. Somebody mentioned buzzards too.
Yeah. Well, no, if he's from around here, he's smart enough to know that those hills that they're searching, is the last place he's going to go. It's too thick. He's not going to be able to make it. He usually can't make it far. If it was winter, everything was dead and it wasn't so thick. Of course, it'd be real easy because there'd be no leaves on the tree. But yeah, he's gone. He's not in this area. It's untelling where they'll find him, but they'll find him.
Yeah.
They've done a great job.
Yeah. It's massive. I think some people sometimes don't get it or understand. I'm still grasping it, how huge and vast it is out there. The big task.
Well, and a lot of like my 4-wheeler ride. I live right behind my house, and my 4-wheeler ride is 213-mile round trip. Never cross the same trail. Never see a house. Never see any kind of civilization. Just no man's land. Like you can go out here. It's really easy to get lost. If you want to disappear, you can disappear. And there is a chance. If he did kill himself, or something like that. Eventually he'll be found. Eventually.
All right.
Yeah, some animal will drag him out or parts of him out, and if there's a lot. Look, there's a lot of old boys, itching to get up in these hills with high-powered rifles, and if they
I bet.
seen,
I bet. Especially maybe for the reward money or just
sure. Yeah. They'll bring him out of there horizontally if they have to.
Keep it real, people. Can't get away with the police and the whole internet looking for you.
Man,
Line away and watch.
Yeah, this shit in the city out here. People don't put up with that out here.
Right.
The stuff that you're out here in Chicago and Colorado, and they do that in the cities because they know they can get away with it.
Right.
Out here, people wouldn't put up with that.
Right.
People, yeah. Everybody out here is armed. Everybody, everybody's armed, multiple guns, cock locked and ready to go. There's a castle. We have a castle doctrine out here. If you go in somebody's house, you're paid for.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
Right. That's true. That makes sense.
Yeah. So, but anyway, it was good talking to you, man.
Thank you so much for calling.
I think he's gone. I don't think he's anywhere near that close to that area. It's too thick, and he's from this area. He knows the area. He knows that he's not going to get far this time of the year, especially in this area. So,
okay,
yeah, he's gone.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate the phone call.
Hey, buddy, have a good night, man.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
You too.
Really interesting. So interesting to hear people from around there, Okay. Next anonymous call. Block call. I don't know if you're gonna... Hi, yes.
Hey, this is K-Dubs.
K-Dubs, how you doing? Thank you for calling.
You're doing good. I have a different theory.
Okay.
Going back based on his behavior a few months before and the text message he sent his ex-wife. He's definitely having some kind of a psychological break or psychosis, according to the neighbor's report.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he has a lot of relationships or close friends that would be willing to help him out in this situation.
Right.
Doesn't seem like he had a close relationship with his ex-wife. And so one point would be, he started his message out saying, I'm going to kill a lot of people. But the second part that he said was, well, at least I'm going to try.
Right.
So he doesn't sound very confident in what he's going to do. And then he says, and then I'm going to off myself. Well, he tried the first part of his plan, right? Why not carry through with the next part of the plan? I think he was meaning to punish his ex-wife somehow, because he's a loner. He's not self-confident. Not to say that he could not survive out there in the woods. If you had enough beef jerky, you could survive off beef jerky and the spring water for a long time. But once your feet get wet, you're not going to be hiking too far.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I've spent a lot of time in the Ozark woods.
The Ozark?
It's pitch black.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I watched the show.
It's
I love this. That's cool.
It's pitch black. You can't see anything. If he's going to eat anything, he would have had to bring it with him. He doesn't build fires. They would have seen the fires, the smoke from the fire.
Right, right.
It's hard to have a fire in those caves because the smoke is going to come right out of that cave. And you can't keep the smoke in the cave. And even if you were to, let's say, try to get away, he could easily fall off a cliff or roll his ankle and be injured. And I don't think what people understand is, let alone bears or other dangerous snakes or whatever, there's a lot of scavenging rodents like possums, bobcats, raccoons. They will come and immediately rip him apart and take him to different places. Usually cats will go for the brain. They'll go for the head first. And then they will leave the entrails because they know not to eat the bacteria in the stomach. Don't ask me how I know this.
They know not to do what? Bacteria in the stomach?
Yeah, they know not to eat the his intestines because of the bacteria.
Wow.
So even if the buzzards or the vultures were circling around, he could have been scattered the first night. And bears do eat meat. They're not vegetarians.
Right.
So I'm just saying that the psychological aspect is a different theory. And if he was a meth head, which I call meth monkey, respectfully, meth monkeys aren't very well known for their planning abilities. So,
right.
A meth head, he's already dehydrated, right? He doesn't have a lot of meth with him, probably because they don't think ahead. Removing the battery from his phone would be a paranoid thought that he needed to do. They're not very good planners.
All right.
So just an alternate theory that I had based off his behavior and the psychological aspect of it, and wet feet is going to get you for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking of that. Yeah, wet feet. I don't know if he can take care of it. I was thinking of trench foot, but I don't know the conditions of that because it has to be freezing and damp. I think trench foot. People used to back in the day in the war, they used to die off of that. I think.
Yeah, you can. I mean, I don't know if you've ever had wet feet for longer than 12 hours.
No,
but the skin will start to blister, and it's too painful to look. And there's no way for you to dry your socks. So,
right. I think that's a really good point that you made, and some other people too. That like all it takes. I mean, even if he gets like a cut out there, I don't know if he has a way to treat it or not. It can get infected. Like long term, you can trip, fall over a cliff or something. I mean, anything can happen out there. You can injure yourself.
And if you fall in one of those Yeah, following one of those rivers. That water's cold. It was those fresh springs, natural springs. That's not warm water. It's extremely cold. So it's not like he's going to get in there and float down the river to the Gulf of Mexico. He wouldn't survive. It's that cold.
Do you think do you think a cave would be like an ideal place for him to hide or something during the day, or even sleep? Can you make a shelter out of it, or maybe, or not really the best condition?
Well, that's another thing. He's not sleeping. Think about it.
Yeah.
He's not sleeping in a cave because it's not comfortable. He's already paranoid if he's a meth monkey. He's not sleeping at all. So he was probably up days before, and there's no way he could be up this long being dehydrated with no shelter and no food and be able to carry this out. Why wouldn't he have just gotten back in his car and drove away?
Yeah.
And if somebody were assisting him, well, I need $35,000. You know, meth monkeys need $35,000. And it doesn't seem to me he had a lot of friends. So.
No, yeah, it seemed kind of like a loner. And it's an interesting point you bring up, like, because I guess the neighbor, I don't know if he said like a month ago or something when he started acting strange, because he said he had no problems with him before, and he lent him his lawnmower, and they I guess they were at least cordial. And then out of nowhere, I guess a month prior, he starts acting weird, making threats. There was one neighbor that said that this guy, like, one day comes out of his house and starts marching around in a circle like 50 times, you know, just in a circle, just with I guess with his gun, just going in circles. So I don't know what happened.
To me, that seems to me like a drug-induced psychosis, which would explain that part of it. If you already have some sort of PTSD, and then you start doing meth, and you're going to march around your neighbor's house with the long gun and think it's normal.
Right. And maybe that explains too when you're talking about like the paranoia, because there was one neighbor that said, some lady said that I guess she had walked by his front yard, or like, I don't know, on the lawn or something, and he threatened her to get off and all this stuff. And I don't know if that's part of the paranoia. Maybe he was starting to think people were coming for him or something. Now he's threatening all these neighbors and the dog and all these, I don't know. It seems like maybe
he's probably inside his house. You know, he's alone. He doesn't have any relationships, and he's watching out his window just for something to do, and sees someone on his lawn to go in front. So that makes sense to me about the psychological point of view. And I feel bad for him. I really do, actually.
Yeah.
Because to me, it seems like he's trying to establish some kind of relationship, but he doesn't really know how.
And it's interesting too, like you said, like, why text his ex-wife this stuff right before he does it? I guess like about 30 minutes before he does it.
Why put this burden on them? Yeah. He's putting a burden on his family, so he's definitely lashing out. He has a child, I hear, so.
Yeah. Interesting.
To me, that's just some kind of psychological break.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for the call. Appreciate that. And thank you for your support too on the channel.
Yeah, nice talking to you, Mel.
Nice talking to you too.
No problem.
Thanks. All right.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. That was a really nice call. Interesting. 2 more calls. Let's see. 716. 716, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, it's Tina.
Hi, Tina. How you doing?
I'm good.
What are your thoughts? Any thoughts on this whole?
I think he's alive. Because if he wasn't alive, you would know, because the birds would be circling.
Yeah.
And it's very obvious. And then I think we're imagining that he would be in the woods and he would just be hiking all day long. He doesn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He could just be camped out in one spot. because when we watched the Cavalcante stuff, he said that police like walked right over him and didn't see him. Like he thought he was going to get caught, remember?
Yeah.
And that was such a smaller area, and they had so much trouble finding him. So I think that he is right there. I don't think he's hiked like majorly into the forest. I think he grew up around there, so he knows the area pretty well. He planned for it. And another thing is, they have like survival food, and it's powdered. So all you do is add some water to it, and you got a meal. And that's all freeze dried, so it weighs nothing. Right. And I imagine he prepared for it. But I was thinking that he's been dropping stuff. And he dropped the gun because it was simply too hard to hike with all that stuff. And he doesn't need it.
Right.
If he's got other guns. But I think he's alive, and I think he's in those woods. I don't think he got very far. I think it's like a Cavalcante thing. I think he's just sitting there, hunkering down, maybe moving a little, like a small amount, but not much.
Right. Yeah, I think he's alive too now. I think I am on the side of maybe alive.
And I think if he knows that area, he knows where there was spring-fed water. Because when you when you go for hikes and you're familiar with an area, you know where things are. So he would know where there's a fresh water source. And then he could, plan something over there. I think if police don't catch him, that his downfall is when it rains and it gets slippery. If he falls, he's done.
Right.
I mean, you could pull your knee, pull a tendon in your knee, and then you're fucked.
Yeah, anything could happen. That's true.
And I think they actually got rain, but the helicopters, they can't. I mean, when they searched for Cavalcante, they swarmed over and over, and they couldn't see him. And that brush where he was not nearly as bad as it is in the forest.
I don't know.
But I was thinking that they should bring in those guys that they brought in to catch him, Cavalcante.
Yeah, right. Those guys, they were nonstop around the clock.
And they caught him, in a day?
Early morning hours. Maybe they should bring in Dog.
They need help.
Dog the Bounty. I think they need help too. Maybe bring in Dog the Bounty Hunter. But I think he's on another case. He's on Sebastian Rogers right now. Bring in Dog.
I think that's there's. Yeah, but Dog is just a poser.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I don't think Dog's gonna find them. But
I don't know why they're not.
He's alive, and I don't think he's far from where he took off.
Right.
So yeah.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the call. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Okay, we're down to the last call. Last call for alcohol. 513. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey Mel, it's Silverback. How you doing?
Silverback. Oh snap! How you doing, man? Thank you for calling in.
Oh, good. Thanks for having me on. Hey, so I have a list. I'm gonna make it quick.
Oh, let's do it.
So aliens, yes, yes to aliens.
All right.
Bigfoot, yes.
All right, Bigfoot, aliens.
And then so about Couch, I think that he has an ATV.
Oh yeah.
And
Okay.
has gas on the back of it. You know what I mean? A full wheel, like a couple tanks of gas on it.
Yeah.
You can go for a while with that. Let's see here. Yeah, that dude can run like 3 days on a bowl of rice, so he must be a huge fan of hip hop.
Oh my god.
Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah, but if he goes deep into those caves, he's going to be able to get fresh water, and even up in the mountain springs, he'll be fine on fresh water. You don't need to boil that. But he probably has like a whole backpack full of MREs and jerky. He can run, he'll be fine. Because rice, you don't really need to cook rice. It just absorbs water.
Okay.
So he'll be fine. Yeah. Let's see here. Where am I here? Oh, yeah. So one's in the chat if Mel should do a best of police chase video.
I need to. I think I will. Like an end of year thing or something, or like you meant like collage, like put them all together, like the best highlights, like clips of it. Okay.
Yeah. I think you could do that. I think people. Oh yeah. He can also get water from walking around like in long pants in the morning and pulling and like wringing out his pants to get the dew water off of there.
Wait, water from where?
Yeah, so if you're out in the woods and stuff, there's dew on the ground. With long pants, you can walk through them and your pants get wet.
Oh, I didn't think. Oh, that's interesting. I would have never thought about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Squeeze it out.
I'm a pepper.
Are you a prepper too?
Pepper, but yeah.
With Dr.
No,
Pepper?
with Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god!
I had a bunch of jokes, but I fucked up a bunch of them. Sorry about the language.
No, you're good. You're good.
Springfield. There ain't no way people up there eating dogs. You know how big of an ass whooping that dude would take if somebody got that dude eating somebody's dog? Somebody's getting their ass beat down for that one.
Some people will die for their dogs, man. Some people die for their pets. Yeah.
Yeah, but I will say this, and this is my last point, because I know you want to get off there. But yeah, my last point is, however, wild duck over an open fire with root vegetables at sunset with a bunch of buddies, that sounds pretty good.
I don't know if I've ever had duck. All right, thanks, man. I think I have tried duck.
It's pretty good. It's a little fatty, but thanks for taking my call, buddy. Bye.
All right, thanks, man. Take care. All right. Oh, somebody slipped in somehow. Let me see. Okay, let me take this last person. Anonymous block call.
Hey man, it's me again. I forgot to just one more thing. And I'll let
go ahead. No, go ahead. Take your time.
I forgot to tell you there's some really deep cave systems up in there that goes for miles and miles. I don't know if it's in that specific area.
Okay.
But this whole part of Kentucky, central Kentucky, is pretty porous and cavernous. There's cave systems all over this state, and there's some really long, deep caves up in that area too. So that could be what they're. That could be a somewhere where he's at, but he could walk so deep up in one of them cave systems, they'd never find him. He'd just go up in there and die.
Yeah, that's true. True. Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up being a mystery that they'd never find him if he did do that.
Damn.
So, yeah, that could be one of the things he's done is found a cave and you can go for miles and miles until your flashlight goes dead.
Yeah. And that's it.
So, yeah. Anyway, I forgot to say that there's a lot of caves up in there, and they're deep. They go for miles.
Damn. All right. Well, thanks, man.
Yeah. Have a good night, man.
All right. You too. Have a good night. Appreciate it. Bye. Yeah, those caves. That's an interesting point. I used to watch these documentaries of like these people that just go, just exploring caves and stuff, and I've watched cave accidents and like be surprised how far some of these caves go, and well, depending on the cave, sometimes you gotta rappel yourself down, and yeah, there's water systems in there too, water running through the place, and free camping. Daniel Boone National Forest. Somebody was asking earlier why the chop. I don't know what's up with the choppers. I know they said that at night they're pausing the searches, and during the day is when they continue, and they just have the place sectioned off. Today's day 7, tomorrow's day 8. I don't know, man, if he's still in the area. I mean, I guess like the callers have said, if he walked off, he's probably, if he's on foot, he didn't have access to a vehicle, dirt bike, nothing, then maybe he's still in the same area. But if he had access, I mean, there's just so many places you can go. There's so many trails. I even got lost on the Google Maps trail. It was kind of disorienting, but I guess this guy knows his area. I remember one time I just went very simply into an area of let's see if I find a video. I got lost and disoriented pretty quickly. See. It was really like this park. It was a park, and I went off path. I was with this private investigator, and you know, I'm not really an outdoors person, though. I like the outdoors. I'm not an outdoors person. And let's see, is this in this video? Let me see if it's this one. Oh yeah. I'm not sure it's this one. This one. That's not this one. Let's see, that was one of them. West Park. West Park. Maybe it's this one, the first one. I think it might be, yeah, it's this one.
Heard something? Yeah, something's out there. There's a lighter out here. All the way out here, there's a lighter. That's crazy. Huge tree. Get under. I'm gonna pull up my Jeep. Oh shit. You're not gonna believe this. We're actually going back towards the trail.
They went the wrong way. Let's see.
Something that dig in the ground like that. I want to get that on you. Luckily over here I haven't seen any. But these holes in the ground, those are usually spiders or tarantulas or something that dig in the ground.
Oh yeah, it was right there, I think.
We're not going up. We're going sideways. So we can just keep going this way. Going up. We're going sideways. That's crazy. Huge tree. Get under. I'm gonna pull up my GPS. See where we're at.
And this is like nothing.
Oh shit. You're not gonna believe this. We're actually going back towards the trail. We're not going up. We're going sideways. So we can just keep going this way, and I guess we're gonna have to just take the trail back because to go through what we don't know. Here's something creepy for you guys. We thought we were going straight up north, like north. We thought we were going up this. There's something up here. I just heard something.
The fucking private investigator like jumps ahead of me. He's like,
somebody's up here. Somebody, an animal or somebody's up here. Oh, it's a bird. Big bird.
It was just a bird. There was a missing girl in this area. She went missing from across, not this park, but on the opposite side. There was like a park. She was last seen getting off the bus stop. So like we like went all in the other park, just kind of curious looking around. And this private investigator reached out to me one day and he wanted to like join me because I went by myself and he's like, he wanted to tag along for a little bit to see the area. And so we just went and we went off the path, just kind of exploring. And I was surprised how disorienting it can be where you think you're going somewhere and you're not. You know, you think I thought I was going north and I wasn't. I was going west, you know. But luckily, you know, it's right there and I had signal and everything. But so I can imagine that's nothing. I can imagine the Kentucky woods, the cave system and everything. There is no, you know, when you're that far deep in. And, well, you know, because my area is more city-like. So we found a bunch of homeless encampments and all kinds of stuff around the area. K-Dubs, thank you so much for the 10 memberships. Appreciate that. Lundy, thank you for the super chats. Denise, thank you. Eric, everybody, thank you. I don't know how long it's gonna take this guy to find this guy. I learned a little bit about Kentucky because I didn't know anything about Kentucky. I know now a little bit about some of the places, some of the a little bit of the land now, kind of. But I mean, even this trail, I would love to try to like walk this trail one day, but it's a huge. I don't know if I'd go by myself, but that Chateau Trail, Trace Trail sounds interesting. No helicopters, nothing. Just, I guess they're just quarantined the area. Will they ever find this guy? And you know, Brian Laundrie, so you know that guy offed himself in the woods, and this I forgot the name of the place in Florida Natural Preserve. He shot himself, and everybody was looking for him for a long time, and I think they spent up to $1 million trying to find this guy that killed his girlfriend. He left a note for his parents, and when they found his body, his bones, it says, showed several bite marks left by animals around the time of his death. So, you know, he offed himself, and then I guess the animals took advantage, you know, and took a couple bites and stuff. It says most of the distal long bones have moderately extensive carnivore activity, evidenced by multiple gouging and gnawing marks. The areas are consistent with carnivores and or omnivores, including canines such as feral dogs and coyotes, with rodents and raccoons. You know, as some other callers to mention, this is completely different areas, but I'm just, you know, kind of talking about this other situation where his body was found. His remains were discovered scattered near his backpack. I don't even know if they found all of them. They said it was a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. They found his backpack, notebook, and a revolver, and a dry bag containing his journal. And that whole area had flooded. That's what happened. I guess that's why it took so long to find him. It flooded, and he was underwater. And then when his parents went out there with the cops, I guess the water had receded and gone down. And they did a toxicology, no drug use for Brian Laundrie, and you know, they ruled that he strangled his girlfriend to death. So he went out into the woods. But I think he offed himself pretty quickly on end at the beginning of it.
Forgot to mention Bigfoot is in Boggy Creek, Arkansas.
Oh, Boggy Creek. London. Let me see if I can pull it up on the map. I wonder too, like, I don't know what this guy's deal is, Joseph Couch, whether, you know, drugs or PTSD or a combination of both, but I wonder if he has any like sober moments out there in the woods, if he's alive at night. Does he, you know, I don't know, does his PTSD regulate? Does he find himself at peace? There's no way you could be at peace running from the cops like that. Unless he's not even there. Unless he's not there and he's on somebody's couch having a beer or someplace having a beer, kicking back, watching the news and just maybe finding comfort that he knows that the cops are searching that area and he's nowhere near. That's the only way I can see him sleeping peacefully at night. You know, but I don't know. I wonder, and if it's a drug thing, because supposedly there were some allegations of drugs. I don't know if that's true. Well, how much drugs can you realistically carry with him out there? At some point, he's going to run out. He's going to have to sober up if there's any drug element to it. Psychosis, I don't know. How long can psychosis last? Psychosis. It says it varies. A rare condition that usually lasts less than a month, and most people fully recover. Substance or medication-induced psychosis usually resolves after it clears the body. However, psychosis caused by amphetamines or PCP or coke can last for weeks. Dang. Weeks? Alcohol-induced psychosis, I didn't know you can get alcohol-induced psychosis, can occur when someone is intoxicated, suddenly stops drinking, or has long-term alcoholism. Symptoms can be treated with antipsychotics and or other medication, and usually don't come back if someone stops drinking. I didn't know you can get alcohol-induced psychosis. So I guess if you're drinking a lot or you're an alcoholic or whatever, and then you just cut it. I mean, I've heard of people convulsing and having like, you know, I can't think of it now. It's in the, I don't know why I can't think of the word. Tip of my tongue. Seizures. Psychosis can also be associated with long-term illnesses like schizophrenia. You know, because could he have mental health? Could he gone schizo? You know, where symptoms are present for a significant portion of the time during 1 month or longer. Yeah, and that caller was talking too about. I thought it was interesting. Like, why text his wife, right? Like, why tell her this shit? Are you trying to, like, I don't know? Are you trying to mess with her? Like, are you trying to upset her? Is this one last get back? I mean, what's the point? What's the point in messaging your ex-wife and just being like, hey, FYI, I'm gonna kill a lot of people and then off myself? Was it for sympathy? Like, did you want a text back from, please don't, I love you? Why announce it to this person? I don't know. Remember, there are small hiking water purifiers you can buy. Oh, yeah. Texas Charm on Twitter. He is playing cat and mouse, dead or alive. Small hiking water purifiers. There was this, I watched this thing about this guy that survived out in the ocean. Let me see. Man survives ocean. It was a really long time, though. 76 days. Man survived 76 days in the ocean. And the only reason I bring it up is one of the few reasons he was able to survive, I think, is because he had a water thing. He had a thing where I forgot how it worked. I don't know if it was the sea salt or the rain. Oh, no, it was the sea. I think it was the sea salt. Or was it the rain?
It's a drastic step, but he decides to rip one of his 3 precious stills apart in the hope that he can work out how to make them produce fresh water.
Right.
No, it's got to be salt water.
And I finally dawned on me. It had to be inflated just the right amount.
Oh, no. Oh, did it just work off of the, like, humidity? Oh, it's evaporation, I think. The seawater would evaporate, I think. I forgot how that system worked that he had out in the ocean. But I guess to that lady's point, I mean, I don't know. I guess a lot of the people that called in said he wouldn't even need to boil the water or purify it. He could just go to the springs, like the natural spring water coming from the mountains and stuff. I don't know, but if he does get sick out there, he could just die a slow death. I mean, if he gets sick or some type of disease from eating whatever or drinking whatever, and he starts having the runs. Tiny said, I'm way too high for this. You can use a life straw too. Condensation. It distills the water. Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I guess it'll be interesting to see the turnout of this. You know, is it going to be anytime soon or later? Weeks, months? When are they going to stop the search? Will they just call off the search at some point, right? Like at some point, it's just going to be too much resources and money, and I don't know. Or they're going to bring more resources. I feel like they maybe need a little bit more resources. Maybe some. I mean, I know they have these outside agencies helping already, but I don't know. What happens if you don't drink distilled water? Diarrhea worse? Well, we went over some of the diseases that you could get out there. Some of those, if you're just drinking out of regular water, I guess, potentially. But, I mean, I would think he would know not to drink that, but who knows, right, in the state of mind. Joseph Couch. Kentucky shooter. And somebody brought up too all the bugs. You know, I mean, he would have to be at nighttime. He would have to have himself covered. All those bugs and all kinds of stuff crawling on you and biting on you and sucking on your blood or whatever. Or even the spiders, like the one caller mentioned. I didn't realize they had all those spiders out there. The black widow, the brown recluse. Is it called brown recluse? Yeah, brown recluse spider. Black widow. Those black widows, I've heard of stories. They you know, like I've heard of some stories of them crawling into people's shoes, and then they put on the shoe and they get bit. You know, they kind of all over the place. It says that their poison is 15 times stronger than a rattlesnake. Yeah, I've heard a lot of different stories of people finding them right in their shoes. Hey, Janice, how you doing? What's up with the saucy spoons taking over the channel? Saucy spoons. Must we bring up Oregon Trail days? Dysentery. That was dope, that game back in the day. Dysentery is a gastrointestinal infection that causes bloody diarrhea and other symptoms. It's caused by bacterial or parasitic infection and is spread by contaminated food or water. It could be a bunch of things. Bear Grylls. No, wait a minute. Is Bear Grylls a fraud? I used to love watching Bear Grylls, but I don't know. Is he the one that they said, like, he pretend to stay out and then he go get a hotel or something? Bear Grylls in a hotel or something. Let's see. The former SAS man actually spent nights in hotels during his filming. Hold on, let's see. No. 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 Bear Grylls. All right, I'm going to drink my own urine. Don't do this, but I have to. How Bear Grylls, the born survivor, roughed it in hotels. To viewers of his TV series, Bear Grylls is the daredevil adventurer who catapults himself into the world's most hellholes, or worst hellholes, and that survives on his wits alone. But it has emerged that far from roughing it in the brutal environments, the former SAS man actually spent nights in hotels during filming of his Channel 4 show. The Eton-educated 33-year-old is also alleged to have choreographed parts of Born Survivor, with many of his spectacular stunts carefully set up by the production crew. Not Bear Grylls! No! Channel 4 last night began an investigation into the claims, which follow a number of embarrassing incidents which programmers screened by the station were found to have misled the public. Grylls' show attracted 1.4 million viewers when it was shown in March and April, with audiences enthralled as he demonstrated gruesome survival tips that included sucking the fluid from fish eyeballs and squeezing water from animal dung. I remember he would do that. He'd be like, squeezing it all up on his face. But an advisor to Born to Survivor yesterday claimed that many of the other escapades were not exactly as they seemed on TV. In one episode filmed in California, Sierra Nevada mountains, he was shown biting off the head of a snake for breakfast and boasting that he was living on just a bottle of water, a cup, and flint for making fire. Viewers were not told that he was actually spending some nights in the Pines Resort Hotel at Bass Lake, where the rooms have internet access and is advertised as a cozy getaway for families, complete with blueberry pancakes for breakfast. Yeah. A survival consultant Mark brought in for the program said one show also wrongly gave the impression that the adventurer built a Polynesian-style raft using only materials around him, including bamboo and palm leaves, for a sail. Mr. Weiner had in fact led a team that built the raft, which was then dismantled so that Grills could be shown how to construct it on camera. Okay. Say it ain't so, Bear Grylls. Ah, man. I used to love that show. Bear Grylls. Is he still doing anything in 20? Oh. Bear Grylls once got stuck in quicksand and used genius method to escape. He's still in the news to this day. Anyway, I guess that's it for tonight, Friday night. K-Dubs, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you for everybody that called in. Nurse Janice, thank you for the membership. A year. And no choppers. From what I've seen, you can look up their schedule online, the chopper schedule. Like when they took off, when they landed type of thing, and like how long they were in the air. They're not usually in the air for too long. I mean, sometimes sporadically, but at least there's one chopper I'm looking at. So when I got on, they were on for an hour. They circled a little bit and then they left. They circled an area and then they left. Janice, thank you so much for the 19 months as updated payment. Thank you for everything. I'm recovering from pneumonia. Oh, you did say that. Was back in the hospital but home now. Well, I hope you feel better. Take care of yourself. Like I said, I've seen people around me, people online getting sick, friends, subscribers, and stuff, like different ailments. That's why I started walking every day. I went for my walk earlier today. I'm trying to get in better health. I'm trying to eat better, everything, because I see everybody, you know. I mean, you can be as healthy and still get shit anyway, regardless, you know, but figured I'd lose some pounds and get in better health. Too much crap going on. Bloop, bloop. Oh, and check out that channel too. The one, this guy, Tate. Check out Tate. I'll put him in the chat if you want to sub to his channel.
Love you always, Mel. Thank you for the coverage, Heartsuit Rose.
Mama 4, thank you so much. Thank you for the 5. Gracias. If you want to subscribe to this channel and send some love whenever, that's cool. Wow, a lot of people voted. 3,400 people voted. 60% say they think Couch is alive. 40% say dead. Long gone. Trying to pin it. There we go. Tate is a guy that I guess he lives out there in Kentucky. And he's been he's made these videos. He gave us permission to use. He has a big channel that has 700,000. But if you want to help bump up his second channel, he said he's going to post a video of like a drone with thermal to show people what it looks like next. So he'll be posting content and stuff. And anybody that watched the other day, we did the standoff. Well, not really. It was this shooting situation in Colorado on the second channel, on my second channel. Apparently that woman died. There was some nut job, went crazy, started shooting the apartment complex. I think he had a woman hostage. I don't know the relationship between them. But they ended up arresting the guy, and I think the woman was taken to the hospital and she passed away. So, a lot of crazy stuff. And I think the caller, what he was saying, like how everybody's armed over there. And, you know, they go crazy in the city because they know they can get away with that. I think that's true. I think that's so true. I think because everybody's armed. Not that crime doesn't happen over there, but I think people are probably more reluctant to do some wild shit or break into somebody's house, or maybe, you know, because everybody's armed to the T. I put the channel in the chat. The links in the chat. It's Ickandmel space CC. I usually do chases there, but sometimes there's no chases. Like lately, we had a good one today, but lately there's no chases. So sometimes I'll go live and cover a fire or some whatever world event on the second channel. Oh, the Taco Bell. No, the Taco Bell story I updated recently too. There was a psychopath. Some woman drove into a Taco Bell drive-through, and I don't know why the guy, he lost his mind. I don't know if she felt he cut her off or nobody knows. They were both getting into a Taco Bell drive-through, and she went ahead first, and this guy starts losing his mind, honking the horn, or starts ramming her car. And the lady tells the person like in the window, I don't think the window, but the actual speaker, you know how you talk to order food. And she's like, call the cops. You're going to need to call the cops. Dude gets out of his car, walks up to her, shoots and kills her. I think he shot her in the neck. And then shot himself and offed himself. And that was it. And they don't know each other. There's no, like, this dude just walked up to her and shot her and then offed himself. I think somebody did break down the dude's criminal history. And that guy, we covered it on the second page. He was arrested. Well, he got I think almost earlier this year, he got pulled over by a cop and he was drunk. And he got arrested. And then he was out on bond. He was out on bond, and then this happened. So I don't know. A lot of crazy people out there, man. You don't know. You're on the road, going somewhere, or just going to get food. She was actually going to get food for her father. She was a young girl, young college girl. I think, I don't know if she graduated college. Taco Bell drive-through. I mean, you just never know what's going through people's heads, you know? Recent Ohio college grad shot in Taco Bell drive-through. Guy didn't even know her. Apparently they blocked this video. This was in Ohio. 25-year-old, graduated from Cleveland State University. Told a Taco Bell employee on the other end to call 911. The guy exited his car, shot her, and then shot himself. Witnesses told detectives the gunman began blowing his horn after she pulled in front of him over Taco Bell. People, whatever they're going through, this is the lady that was killed, and her dog was in the front seat or in the car with her. I don't know if he was in the front seat. I think he was, but over Taco Bell. The dude clearly had some issues. This is the guy right here, Jason Wilson or Williams. Just, I mean, you just never know, man. Sometimes, I mean, I don't know. What could she have done? Nothing, I guess, you know. And he wasn't supposed to have a gun, and he had one anyway. I guess because he was out on bond. I don't think they should have let him out on bond, but so crazy. Crazy. We were covering the night when it happened, and we didn't know what was happening. We're just watching the live stream, and then that's what it turned out to be. A lot of crazy people with nothing to lose, so you gotta be careful. All right, guys. Well, I guess have a good night. I won't come back unless there's a standoff or a chase. Wilson wanted to call. I just saw this 35 minutes. Wilson, you still want to call? I don't know if you're in the chat. I literally just saw Nat's text from 35 minutes ago. I don't even check my text sometimes, but I should check it more often, but I'm actually seeing a bunch of texts that I missed. Lori says, the lady's incorrect about Bigfoot. Has a huge community here. Okay, and I know lots of people in Tennessee and Kentucky who are Squatch. I should have mentioned Squatch hunters and believers. Is a Sasquatch is the Bigfoot? Is that the same thing or different? Just Sasquatch. I think it's the same thing, right? Sas. It is the same. Okay. Sasquatch. Bigfoot. Maybe Bigfoot will get a hold of him out in the woods. Take care of it. Put him in his place. The natives. I need to go back and visit the country. I went earlier this year. Go back again. Well, there's a couple places in Florida I want to see too. I still got at some point got to go to Texas one day. But I went to the Sticks earlier this year. It was nice. Got to shoot some guns, learn some stuff. The Legend of Boogie Creek. There's a movie. That sounds like something I'd like. The Legend of Boogie Creek. I've watched all the Wrong Turn movies, and I love it. I'd probably watch it again. The Wrong Turn. Most of them are like about these people that go on a trip and then things go wrong and there's people out in the woods waiting for them. Oh, it's a 1972 movie. Wow. The Legend of Boogie Creek. Out in the woods. Oh, yeah, I don't know. You sure, Wilson? Did you want to call? Or next time I do a live on this topic? We can squeeze you in right now if you want before I get off. Boogie woogie. Friday the 13th. Jab Cracker, thank you so much. Thank you for the memberships. Let me text Wilson. Wrong Turn is the most scary movie you've seen. I love it. I've seen all the series. Have you just watched one of them or all of them? I've watched every single one and I'm waiting for the next one. I'm contemplating watching it all over again. Yo, Ozarks. Ozarks is one of the recent series that I've seen on Netflix. It's so freaking good. You have to like watch it nonstop. I like Darlene. Darlene's crazy. Darlene is nuts. Okay, next time. All right, we'll do it for next time. I should have checked my text messages because Joe was texting me too about but I don't know if you're watching, Joe. I guess we'll do it next time since the numbers dropped. That was ending. I didn't see it. My channel name, Icked Mel, but you could just call me Mel. Icked Mel. Woke up, take medication, and saw Mel was on. The Legend of Boogie Creek made my older brother cry. Really? Because he was scared? Boogie Creek. Well, let me see. I guess that's it. I was looking on Twitter real quick to see what else, anything else. Oh man, I don't know. I covered this on the other channel. I'm not going to get into the animal mutilation thing and all that, but there was a separate instance in Texas where there was a cat that was. I'm not laughing because the cat was killed, but let me see. I think somebody made the "Don't Tread on Me." They put a cat one that says "Don't eat me." I think it's kind of based off of "Don't tread on me." Saying some cats mutilated in recent weeks. I played a video the other day too. I went out in the woods one time, just exploring close by me, and by the beach, around where girl went missing, and I was searching and I found this bag of bones. I was so creeped out. At first, I wasn't sure, like, is it animal or human? But I called a friend, and after I pulled out the skull, it was an animal. But I think either somebody was doing some type of ritual, or I don't know. They tossed a deceased animal in a. I don't know, the way the thing was tied up. The cloth was really weird to me, and the bones were just scattered all over the place, like in pieces inside that bag. The cloth thing that it was in. And I know a lot of people do that voodoo shit or the Santeria, Santa Muerte, or whatever, black magic. That's the only thing I can think it was. I don't know. Damn. Let me see. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. You guys have a good night. Thank you so much again for tonight. Love you guys. Peace. Bye. I'm probably gonna go in the garden right now and relax. I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but I'm gonna go relax. I've been working on this garden stuff. All right. Good night, guys. Peace. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, the cat show on Netflix. If you're interested in a good thing, Ozarks is dope. But you're talking about the cat thing. Don't F with cats. Don't F with cats. Check that shit out. That story is crazy, and it's a true story. Dead cats started showing up. Somebody was killing dead cats, and they were posting it online. So freaking good. I don't want to spoil it, but it involves more than just cats. Crazy shit. And the guy is a weirdo. You can look up the guy. His videos are still online. The guy that was a person that was involved with the cats and stuff. Videos are still online. There's even a I don't want to spoil it, but there's a video online too of some of the acts that he did, and not talking cats. It's crazy. Don't F with cats. Check it out. This shit's wild. And it has a whole true crime element of like true crimers. Everybody was trying to figure out who it was. So people were like trying to figure out by the person's background and all this stuff. It's really good. All right.